listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm, WHOP HD2 Hopkinsville, and online at 953thefarm.com. Hoptown Hoppers Baseball is on the air. This Hoptown Hoppers broadcast is brought to you by Hopkinsville Milling Company, Southern States Petroleum and Co-op, Hayes Furniture, Pinarol Electric, Max Arnold & Sons, Raymond Nelson Insurance, Planners Bank, J. Schrecker Jewelry, Toyota of Hopkinsville, the Hoptown Hoppers, and All Clean Services and AKS Flooring and Design Center. Now let's head out to the ballpark for today's game.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Hopkinsville High School's Tiger Field, where tonight the Hoptown Hoppers entertain the full count rhythm on Military Appreciation Night. I'm Joe Wilson. With me tonight is Colin Carithers. Welcome to the pregame show, brought to you by Barbecue Shack, offering catering and custom cooking. Visit them Wednesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. They're located at 4687 Pembroke Road in Hopkinsville. It is Military Appreciation Night and Olivet Baptist Church Night as well at the ballpark tonight. All active duty military, reserve, and retired military, their families get in free tonight. We appreciate all of them for their service so that we'll have our freedoms and be able to play games like this game tonight. On the field, the Hoppers trying to stay hot. 4-run ninth inning sent the Hoppers to their 12th win last night. Colin, you were there and you saw it.
Yeah, really good outing right there. That ninth inning, that you mentioned with 4 spot was terrific. I got to give a quick shout out to Chance Sweeney with the 2 RBI single to bring across the 2 runs to give them the lead. And he had a terrific night, going 3 for 4, had a hit by pitch. And overall, the pitching was pretty solid as well. Hudson Hamilton had the start. Behind him, Jack Hagg had his best appearance that we've seen so far from him. He did really well out there. Then, of course, Woodward, when he comes in, it's pretty much feels like it's over. The cool thing I want to point out, too, was that Dooley came into that game, and we hadn't seen him as a pitcher before at that point. He runs the fastball up 94, 96 miles per hour, and they were all over him. The first 2 guys got on with a free base, and he had never really given that up to anyone so far this year. So it started to get to him. He started to get in his own head, and the Hoppers saw that and they exploited it against him.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be starting to call the cardiac kids.
Yes,
because it seems like they never give up, and they've pulled out a few at the very end. And well, tonight I hope that they can go ahead and take care of business early. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would help our heart rates a little bit. It would help the fans' heart rates. It would make sure, they feel a little bit more comfortable. But as we know, this is the year of the comeback Hoppers, and they're playing a really good opponent tonight.
Hops on top, and they are still in first place in the OVL at 12-4. Full count is 8-8 after a 5-0 start. The Rhythm have really struggled here lately. They did defeat Fulton 16-3 last night in 7 innings. Stay tuned. We'll be back with Hoppers coach Chris Benny. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
The Farm, playing country favorites for Hopkinsville, Oak Grove, and Fort Campbell.
Joe Wilson here with Hoppers coach Chris Benny, and the Cardiac Kids came up with another big win last night, Coach. 4 in the ninth, and they beat a really good Paducah team. Just talk a little about this team and how they just keep doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, well, there's just a resilient nature to them, and like we've kind of talked about before is, we try to get a lot of winning kids in, kids with state championship experience, stuff like that. So when you got a group that's accustomed to winning, just being down 3 or 4 isn't really a big difference for them.
Got some new guys here tonight. One of them is very familiar to Hopper fans. He played at Hoptown High. He also played a little with you guys last year. Mr. Powell is back, and just talk a little about him. And I guess it's the last night that we'll see Hayden.
Yeah, so we're getting Gavin in, and ultimately, he was kind of on the way in as far as his coach wanted to come for the later half. So excited to have him back, and ultimately proud he's staying home and being a Hopper.
When this team is going through I guess we've been through 2 or 3 times now, and full count, everybody kind of thought that they'd be the team to beat this year, and they struggled a little bit, but still, when you look across the field and you look at the kids that they've got over there, still a pretty potent team.
Yeah, it's all the teams in here are good. All of them are capable of winning. They've kind of had a rough stretch last couple weeks, but I'm sure they'll get back going, and it's not for a lack of trying. It's definitely not a lack of talent. So just probably getting everybody's A game and kind of tend to drop a couple in that time.
Is the grind beginning to catch up a little bit with? I guess you've had some rainouts and some regular schedule that have kind of fallen right time, but is it beginning to start to get to that summer grind where things are going to have to kind of make sure you're getting enough rest and doing the little things?
Yeah, I mean the entire premise I think of the summer ball is to kind of get into that grind, so it kind of starts that way. I mean, even when in a college game they're not playing 6 nights out of the week, maybe 4, maybe 5, but the 4 or 5 days going and then a day off, and then you get a rain out or something and you lose your off day, so it is a grind, and even on the days off we're still out here, so it doesn't really feel any different. I mean, coming off the heel of kids camp this week, which was awesome, over about 140 kids being here, it's a lot going on. They're here from 8 to 12 with that, and then we're back here about 3 o'clock for BP, so I'm sure they do feel it a little bit this week, but we've got enough bodies, enough guys. I think we're rested pretty well.
How about the pitching? You were a little shy early on, but it looks like we're starting to get people in. It looks like you're starting to strengthen that up, shore that up a little.
And the guys that have given us innings have been really competitive and probably deserve still some opportunities if they can get them. Mark Harmon pitched the other night to close out the game here against Fulton, and I mean he was impressive. 7 pitches in the 9th to shut out a good team there. So. I mean, it is exciting to have, more of our guys getting in. We got some guys coming this week, and so, just excited to keep staying top of the league, hopefully.
You got a tough one tonight. Who you going with on the bump?
So tonight on the bump is going to be right-hander, blanked a little bit. Who are?
Well, we'll see him when he comes out. How about that?
No, it is. I know the answer here because Huddy threw yesterday. It's Brady Leonard.
Right-hander,
out of UND. Sorry about that. He's on vacation, going on vacation next week, or going to a kids camp. So, but yeah, Brady Leonard, right-hander out of UND. Really talented kid, man. He threw earlier this week on a short start and come back on short rest this week. So. Excited to see him. Expect a high 8s fastball, really good off-speed pitch, and he's going to give the full count rhythm all they want, I think, on the mound. But we'll have a stacked bullpen behind him too with Miles and some of those guys.
Okay. Coach, good luck tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Coach Chris Benny, and he's Hoptown Hoppers coach as they take on full count tonight here at Tiger Field. It's Military Appreciation Night as well, and Olivet Baptist Church night. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm.
Playing country favorites for Hopkinsville and Crofton. The Farm.
Joe Wilson, Colin Carruthers back here at Hopkinsville High School's Tiger Field at the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. And tonight, the first place Hoptown Hoppers are taking on full count out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. And Colin, this one should be a pretty good game. I was looking at the lineup, and it looks like Full Count has all their big-name guys. It looks like they're playing to win this one tonight.
Yeah, the first thing I thought of when I looked at the lineup was they're throwing their best at the Hoppers, and it makes sense. They're in first place. You want to be able to start climbing back up. You've lost 8 of your last 11 games. Something's got to change. You got to throw out your best guys today.
Absolutely. Our Game Time weather is sponsored by Charlie Henderson State Farm. Boy, what a beautiful night for baseball, and we appreciate Charlie so much for sponsoring.
Here's your WHOP Weather Center forecast. Lows around 64. Tonight, under clear skies, winds out of the southeast at around 5 miles an hour. Slight chance of thunderstorms. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 89, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Chance of thunderstorms. Tomorrow night, lows around 72, partly cloudy skies. That's the forecast from the WHOP Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Megan Mulford. Right now, it's 85 degrees.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Riken Elastomers. Join the Riken Elastomers team with process operator starting pay at $20.50 an hour. Top out in a year at $24.43 an hour, plus shift premiums for second and third shifts. And an excellent benefit package as well. It includes employee paid benefits day one of employment. Call 270-475-2150, extension 214 to learn more. First for Full Count's Rhythm tonight, they're going to start Ryder Blanchard. He'll play second base and bat first. Batting second and playing first base is Hudson Separullo. Gabe Jenkins bats third and plays left field. Nathan Rowland will be the DH tonight, and he'll be the fourth batter. Batting fifth tonight, playing right field, Tate Dickinson. Batting sixth and playing center field is Jay Fuller. Jackson Zeller will catch tonight and bat seventh. Cam Suggs is the third baseman, batting eighth tonight. Barrett Brown is the late addition to the lineup today, and he's playing shortstop, batting ninth tonight. The pitcher tonight, Ryan Sweeney. For the Hoptown Hoppers tonight, you're going to like this lineup, everybody. Hayden Hunt leads off and plays shortstop tonight. Chance Sweeney will bat second, play center field. Dom Hartman is your third baseman in the three-hole tonight. Connor Scheidt, the first baseman, will bat fourth. He'll be followed by Nick Johnson, the designated hitter, in the fifth spot. Mark Harmon, who came in and pitched really well the other night, he's catching again tonight. He's batting sixth. Gavin Powell, former Hoptown high school star, batting seventh, playing second base tonight. Easton Beatty is your right fielder and batting eighth. And Reed Hayes batting left and batting ninth tonight. Brady Leonard is the pitcher starting for the Hoppers tonight. And do you have any numbers on him, Colin, or anything that you can share about Brady?
Absolutely. Got the numbers on Brady Leonard. It's a fourth appearance he'll be making, second or third start, In his three previous appearances, he's gone 9 and a third with a 9.64 ERA. He's given up 14 runs, only 10 of them earned, on 8 hits, 7 walks, and 9 strikeouts. He's also plunked 10 batters that have come up, but all of that was mostly in his first outing on the road against the Henderson Flash. Everything since then, he's looked really solid out there. So those numbers, in my opinion, are pretty inflated. He's a really talented pitcher that's going to give the Rhythm a really tough look.
You know, when you don't pitch very often and you have one bad outing, it does do that to your numbers.
Yeah, I mean, he joined the team late, only saw the mound so much with UND. He's getting a redshirt year from this past season. So he's really just getting in his first bit of work right now. And, I mean, yeah, it's just exactly what you said. Those numbers can look inflated with less appearances.
So Ryder Blanchard leads off for Full Count. He'll be followed by Hudson Separullo and Gabe Jenkins. And Blanchard swings at the first pitch, in on the hands. Got a piece of it, and it's strike one. Hoppers 12-4, first place in the OVL. Second pitch is right at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-2. Full Count really has been the team that's dominated this league for the last few years, and really everybody kind of figured they'd be back up top again. They kind of struggled to an 8-8 record. Here's the ball ripped to third. Oh, Dom Hartman. That ball caught him. Good play there by Dom, and there's one away. That ball was stroked down to third base.
And hit it off a rocket down there, and you're not wrong about the fact that the ball caught Dom Hartman other than the other way around, because he looked down, it kind of popped out of his glove, and he had to grab it almost a second time when he caught that thing.
So here's Hudson Separullo, and I watched him take batting practice. The folks who were over on Springmont might want to be ready for this one, because, I mean, he was absolutely blasting baseballs out during the batting practice. Takes the first one for a strike. Second one he swings at, it's 0-2.
Separullo leads this team with 3 home runs. He hit one of them against the Hoppers in our first game against them. He hit it to dead right center field, and boy, he got every inch of it. It was no doubter.
So 0-2 the count here. Curveball, he reaches out and fouls it off over on the left side, out of play. He looks like one of these guys that's slow pitch softball that you see that just he hits it, he doesn't even run, you know?
Oh, yeah, just an automatic.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to spend time on it.
Yes,
Don't need
exactly.
to waste the time running.
0-2 here. He's popped it up, and that one's going to get out of play on the left side as well. So he's behind in the count and also having a hard time keeping up. Brady Leonard has looked pretty good so far.
I like that he's going straight after these guys. Especially your first time through the lineup, you might as well just go right at them, try to get out of the at-bat as quickly as possible so they don't see too much of your arsenal.
Comes back here. This one's hit into center. Going back is Sweeney, and he's there to make the play. Sweeney had him played just right. Just had to move back about 6 feet or so. 2 gone here for the Rhythm in the top of the first. And here's Gabe Jenkins. He's a left fielder. I noticed the wind tonight is blowing directly out over the left field wall. The other night it was blowing in. But anything up in the air tonight favors the hitter. Here's a curveball. It doesn't curve. It stays up high under the chin. Ball 1. That's really the first ball he's thrown the whole night.
Yeah, it really is. That one just kind of slipped out of the hand, got away from him. Got to come back with something here. Probably low and away.
Looks in. Pitch here. Swing on and miss. He took a little off of that one, and it's 1-1.
And you notice that from Leonard, especially in his last start that he made. There are times where an at-bat may have started to get away from him, so he took a little bit off the fastball, made sure he was back in the zone, and then after that went back into his other pitches that he has.
This one's right at the knees, just a little low, and it's ball 2. So count now 2-1 on Jenkins. Third batter in the lineup for the Rhythm. Full Count is a Baptist organization. Here's a swing and a miss as well, 2-2. And speaking of Baptist, it's Olivet Baptist Church night here at the ballpark. See how that kind of came in there, Colin?
That was perfect, yeah.
Worked that in there.
That was good.
2-2 the count now to Jenkins. Checking on the way. Hit it towards shortstop and past a diving Hayden Hunt out there. And a base hit for Jenkins. Good effort by Hunt. That ball's just hit hard through the infield. And here's Nathan Rowland.
Yeah, that's just not one you're going to catch up to. That's Jenkins' team-leading 13th single on the summer. And again, with Brady, though, he's got a nice bag of tricks that he throws. And he got the fastball, the curveball, the changeup, the basics. He throws that slider, and he has it in his back pocket. He has a little bit of a sinker as well. You don't expect to see it. He rarely throws it, but he knows he can go to it if he needs a get-over pitch.
Here's a ball hit into left, and it's hooking, and it'll be just foul. That one's going to get. That one I thought was going to get down on the line over there.
It looked like it at first.
But it's just a long strike for Rowland. And so Leonard trying to get out of this here in the first inning with no damage. He's got Jenkins at first with 2 outs. Top of the first. Checks the runner, comes set. Delivers the pitch, curveball, inside, ball 1, and it's 1-1. That was a really good and close pitch there. Wasn't much he was going to be able to do with that.
Yeah, you like that idea, pretty much trying to speed him up on one that he fouled off, pull side, so go high and in on him. Why not?
Runner is got a good lead over there. The pitch is outside, 2-1. Military Appreciation Night as well here at the ballpark. I see a lot of folks from Fort Campbell, but I also see some Navy, some Air Force veterans out in the crowd, Marines. He ran that one up inside too, 3-1 now to Rowland. We appreciate all of our military. Had a helicopter come and deliver the first pitch tonight. I was really kind of expecting it to be a military aircraft. Instead, it was from Austin Peay's, I guess it's their science program there. That one's down at the knees, called a strike.
You would think it would be a
yeah, I would have thought. I thought we're about to see it, but I don't know. You know, they got in trouble for doing something like that in Nashville, so they probably thought we better not do that. But it was really cool helicopter from Austin P that came in and dropped the ball off. Pitch on the way, swung and ripped foul down third baseline. Nearly got the third base coach there.
And now you got to keep your head on a swivel down there.
You do, especially looking back in the sun.
And with this lineup, too, again, really strong top through bottom. We talked about Separulo's got a strong bat. Roland does as well. He also has a team tied leading 3 home runs. Played at Mercer this past year.
Good program.
Really
good
team.
program. Good lead over at first base. 3-2 count, 2 out, runner going. And it's hit off the handle and over right in front of the full count dugout. Roland spoiled that pitch.
When we were last at full count, it was our first win against them over in Hendersonville. Roland came in as a pinch hitter to try to keep the bottom of the 9th alive against Evan Woodward. Swung at the first pitch and rolled over on it. And he grounded out to end the game. So that's what did it in for him.
Runner going here and outside for ball 4. So now we have runners on first and second with 2 out here in the top of the first. As Leonard retired, Blanchard and Separulo, the first 2 batters, on 6 pitches. But Jenkins with a 2-2 single into left and then a walk to Roland. And suddenly the Rhythm have something going here in the first. Here's Tate Dickinson, the right fielder. Big lead out at second. Curveball's fouled off. It's 0-1 the count.
Ironically enough, the last start for Brady Leonard, he got the first 2 guys out in the very first inning, and then a couple of guys got on behind him. No one scored in the first, but he did have bases loaded against him, so he's just near replicating that right now.
That's the thing about college baseball. No lead is ever big enough, is it?
Never.
0-1 the count. Runner taking off. They're going to get the throw down to second. Tag is there. Nope, he got in just underneath the tag, so a double steal. As they didn't throw to third, Jenkins steals third, and Roland is down to second. I thought that one might have had a chance. A great tag down there, too, by Gavin Powell.
You got to give it credit for a beautiful attempt. I think he slid in just underneath the tag in time. But the fact that he could spin around and kind of grab that between his legs and then try to throw the tag down, that would have been the play of the game.
0-2 the count. Pitch on the way. Hit back towards second. Powell over there, gobbles it up, throws to first, and we're out of it. So we played a half an inning as we check our Michael Venables State Farm scoreboard. It is no score, and we've got the Hoptown Hoppers coming up to bat in the bottom of the first. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm.
At Max.
.3 The Farm, your home for country's greatest hits.
Back here at the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth, we are going to the bottom of the first as the Hoppers are going to send up Hayden Hunt, Chance Sweeney, and Dom Hartman. And they're going to be going against a right-hander here, Ryan Sweeney of the Rhythm. And as you mentioned, Colin, before, he is maybe their best arm that they have.
Yeah, really good arm from them. From Trevecca Nazarene, where he made 26 appearances this past spring, 43 and a third innings of work, had a 3.95 ERA. He looked really good this past spring. It's trickled in here to the summer months, and he's ready to give the Hoppers some real tough work.
He's a strikeout guy, too. You know, he's pitched 6 innings, I think, for full count this season, and he's got 10 Ks and 1 walk. So he relies a lot on the strikeout here. UHA's Hayden Hunt, former Blazer, will lead off here. It'll be his last game with the Hoppers before he gets ready to start going out to Indiana State, where he is signed to play. Also in the lineup tonight, former Hoptown High's Gavin Powell. And interesting tonight, they both play shortstop. So the way they decided who was going to play shortstop tonight was they played rock, paper, scissors for it.
That's awesome.
Isn't that?
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of summer ball.
It
You're
is.
just keeping it fun. You're keeping it light. And
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to have they had a lot of fun with that.
So Hunt will lead off here, and if anybody has been scouting Hayden, he does like to lay a bunt down the third base line sometimes when he opens up a ball game here. So we'll see if Cam Suggs is back at third base or if he's prepared. And boy, does Hayden have some wheels. Sweeney looks inside, throws it, and fouled off over on the right side. And Hunt behind in the count 0-1.
I'm not shocked that he throws down the bunt every now and then. He runs about a 6.660 times, so he's got a lot of speed
He
down
really
the line.
does. But he swings here, and he's behind the count 0-2 as he can't catch up to the Sweeney fastball.
Yeah, Sweeney's fastball's got pretty good velo uptick there. It seemed like Hayden Hunt almost tried to overswing the catch up to that pitch.
So 0-2 the count here in the bottom of the first. Hunt leading off for the Hoppers. 12-4, first place in the league. And it looked like Sweeney hung his spike a little bit in the rubber there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And pitches outside for ball one.
Got a little stuck there. Definitely never feels good.
You know, it does.
throws off everything with your mechanics.
It does, yeah.
One little part.
Kind of
is
gets in your
tweaked
brain
and
a little
yeah,
bit too, doesn't it?
Everything goes haywire. Next pitch, you're going to feel awkward.
1-2 the count. Comes back with fastball. Hunt swings at it. It's outside and got him on the strikeout. So one away here for the Hoppers in the first, and that brings up Chance Sweeney. Sweeney's been leading off a little bit for Hoptown this year. He's kind of moved around a little bit, but usually we see him in the first inning.
Yeah, I see him in the first inning. He's usually been batting that top 3 spot in the order. Makes sense. He's got a .354 batting average, leads the team with 17 hits.
Had a couple of doubles the other night.
He's been terrific in the big moments recently.
Had the big hit last night, right?
Yeah, he had the go-ahead 2 RBI single.
This one's inside. He held off. He started to go, and the ball gets past the catcher. 0-1. Not sure there that Zeller and Sweeney aren't on the same page a little bit there. Going to handcuff the catcher just a bit. Next one's in the dirt, and it's 2-0.
And with Sweeney in the first 3 spots, typically he does his job very, very well. Of course, you got to get on. You got to do your job as a hitter, but also communicating every pitch back to the dugout. He looks over after that one and says, all right, that one spun down the dirt. That's what we're looking for with a 1-0 count.
He hits this one into right field, going back on it, and then Dickinson going to catch it shy of the warning track out there, and there's 2 gone. He gave that one a pretty good ride, but again, the wind is blowing across the field there. The other night it was blowing directly in. So Dom Hartman will bat now with 2 gone for the Hoppers here in the bottom of the first.
Nice to see Hartman back. He wasn't with the team yesterday, was just working out some kinks, a little bit of a hand injury, but all is good.
He fouls the first pitch off, out of play on the right side. You mentioned the hand injury. I believe it's Cole Reynolds, has a injury that's going to keep him out a couple of weeks.
There's a few guys got a little bit of hand injuries, sliding back in the bag, getting banged up on stuff.
This pitch is fouled off to the backstop, and it's 0-2. And Hartman quickly in the hole as well. We've seen this out of this Hoptown team a couple of times this year where they start off slow, and then as they come back around the second and third time, they really figure it out.
Yeah, it definitely helps. They get through the lineup a few times. The more they get through the lineup, the higher score they're going to put up. Obviously, that makes sense how it works, but they really get going second, third time through the order.
Pitch here is fouled off the catcher, and that one hurt. Zeller is just about done at the plate down there. The umpire's going to give him a chance. That one went right off that shoulder. Trainer going to come out and take a look at him. I saw his whole body shook from that.
Yeah.
As Hartman got a piece of it, and the ball went right off of the catcher's shoulder.
Seemed like he's looking okay, but yeah, that one definitely will not feel good. You'll feel it in the morning when you wake up.
You sure will, yep.
The interesting part, if that was worse than what it was, you've got Barrett Brown over at shortstop. He was a late addition. He's usually a catcher for this team. He's caught in both games that we've played the full count rhythm. The second game he came in late, though. So we've seen him a few times behind the dish. Would probably just elect to move him over would be on my assumption.
Well, 0-2 is the count. As we get going again, Zeller looks like he's going to make it. So here we go. Hartman going to have to choke and poke this one. This one bounced, and that one hit him in the head. Did you see that?
It came up all the way up and landed on the press box.
The ball hit short of the plate, came up, and Zeller ducked his head to hit him right on the top of the head, and then ricocheted over top. You may have heard it. It hit the press box roof.
Human launching pad, they say.
1-2 now to Hartman, but Zeller is going to need some ice when he gets over there to the to the dugout.
Wouldn't be shocked if we see someone else come in later portion of this game.
Sweeney taking his time. Pitch on the way here, and this one's high and to the backstop, makes it 2-2. That one looked like it might have slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, things are just getting away from Sweeney. These are very uncommon pitches from him. This is very uncharacteristic, the way he's missing the zone. Might be still getting caught up on that rubber.
Pitch on the way here is same pitch he got Hayden Hunt on. He threw that slider and it went outside, and Hartman chased it for the strikeout. So Hoppers go 1-2-3 here in the third in the first as we check our Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. After one, no score here at Tiger Field. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm.
The Farm.
Back at the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth here at Tiger Field at Hoptown High School, and Hoptown Hoppers in full count rhythm. 0-0 here as we go to the top of the second. Jay Fuller, Jackson Zeller, and Cam Suggs, 6, 7, 8 in the rhythm lineup. Will bat this inning. Well, I tell you what, tomorrow night's a big one as Henderson comes to town, and they've won 8 in a row going into tonight's game with Paducah. And these two, depending on what happens tonight, Hoptown may have a half-game lead, or they might be behind by a half game. But the two top teams in the OVL will be here tomorrow night.
Yeah, you have a lot of time to shake things up this week. They play them 3 times next week, twice at home, once on the road. So, a couple competitions between 1 and 2 that could shake up who's in the lead.
So Jay Fuller steps into the box for the rhythm here to start the second inning. He's from the left-handed side of the box, and the strike on the outside corner to start him off, and it's 0-1. Good crowd here tonight once again to see the Hoppers play. Not quite as big as the other night, I don't believe. We had 608 a few nights ago.
It's hard to replicate that.
It is. 1-1 the count on Fuller now. Is that one in the dirt? Fuller able to lay off of that one. Fuller's a good-looking athlete. Looks like he may have played some high school football as well. That's a strike on the inside corner, though, and it's 1-2. He's built like a running back, isn't he?
Yeah, he absolutely is. Got the nice stocky build, lower half.
He hits this one down to first. Powell over there puts him out. Powell had that played just right. He was actually playing over in the hole over on that side. He just gobbled that right up. One away now for the Rhythm, and that brings up Jackson Zeller. He's still shaking that arm. Look at him. You see that?
Yeah, he's going to be feeling it for a while. Yeah. Again, I don't know how long he'll last in this game. It's a lot of pressure. You take a lot of hits back there as a catcher, so who knows when the wear and tear gets to him.
Pitch on the way here. That one gets away from Mark Harmon back there behind the plate. And it's a ball. He might have been a strike if he had caught it, but never know now, do you? Next pitch. Low and outside, and it's 2-0. Brady retired the first two in the first inning and nearly got himself into a little bit of a pickle as the next two batters got on, but he was able to get out of it on a grounder to second. He's retired his first batter here. 2-1 or 2-0 the count now to Zeller. This one comes inside, nearly gets him, and it's 3-0.
I think the full count dugout's not very happy that he didn't wear that one.
I know, it sounds like it, didn't it? He's already been hit twice, guys. I mean, come on. Got a battle back here, and that one's high for ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk to Zeller.
He's on his way down saying that's why I didn't wear it.
That's right. I'm still on first, and it didn't hurt.
Exactly. I've already worn something today. I don't need anything more. I need to feel all right to get through this game.
So Cam Suggs will bat. He's the third baseman with one out and a man on first. Hoppers turned 3 double plays the other night. So pitch on the way here. This one's popped up. It's going to be shallow right. And Beatty's got to come quick, and he does. Long run to make the play, but Beatty does it. Suggs is gone on the first pitch. You know, after a 4-pitch walk, you kind of like to see, if you're the Rhythm, him look at a couple of pitches before you swing at the first one, but we'll take it.
Yeah, you really do. Or at the very least, you're picking out one spot that you know no matter what, you're going to drive into a gap. And if you don't do it, there's no reason to swing at it. And I guess that just wasn't the case right there.
Barrett Brown bats here. Left-handed batter. Takes a strike on the outside corner. He's the 9th man in the lineup. Originally, Joel Chandler was to start tonight at shortstop, but Barrett Brown was a late addition. We had that with Fulton the other night. I think it was Fulton. The guy had a tremendous night, so we're hoping not for the same here. Ball outside theirs. Harmon had to bounce out there to make that play. 1-1. 2 out and a man on first here in the top of the second inning. No score between the Hoppers and the Rhythm. Still got time if you want to come down and catch a good baseball game tonight over here at Hoptown High. This one misses outside again as Leonard nowhere close, and it's 2-1.
You know, Brown's a really good talent. I'm pretty sure he's the only switch hitter we have found in the league so far this year.
You know, it seems like I remember, but he said his brother played, but I thought it was this guy that played last year. Curveball in for a strike, 2-2. Barrett was fooled on that one. But I could have swore this guy played for him last year. He said he's an incoming freshman, so I guess not.
Yeah, just finished up high school. Committed to play at Bellarmine.
Pitch on the way here outside. It's just a miss there, and it's full count.
So he'll be up in the Louisville area.
Yes, he will. Good baseball up there as well. Full count now to Brown. Brady Leonard checks the runner, delivers to the pitch and to the plate, and this one's just absolutely ripped foul over in the backyard over here. He really was early on that one.
I mean, that thing curtailed so much. I'm surprised that a ball could get over in that person's backyard over there. It's not necessarily right next door.
No, it didn't, but somebody's over watching NCIS right now, and the ball just came through their living room. Full count. Runner goes again, hit back up the middle, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Runner will stop at second. And the second hit of the night for the Rhythm. First for Barrett Brown. I really thought Hayden Hunt was going to be headed that direction with the runner going, but he didn't. And sometimes you'll see the shortstop move in that direction, you know.
Yeah, and if he was, he probably would have had that one with ease. It wasn't like, I mean, it was hit well up the middle, but it wasn't like it was out there 110 miles per hour off the bat.
Yeah.
And he's made plays like that we've seen already this year.
We have, yeah. So 2 out, runners on first and second. Now back in the first, they pulled a double steal to get those runners in scoring position. And it's going to hit and bounce foul. And that would have been sneaky by Ryder Blanchard.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting it in that moment.
No, they weren't. Dom was playing back at the base. Of course, he's got to kind of guard that base with the runner at second.
It's also good knowledge knowing that he's going to have to play back with that situation in case, you try that double steal again.
Yep.
You're going to have to be there to grab that throw from Mark Harmon down there. And with that, you're not going to be able to crash as easily until the bat obviously is shown. So you show it late. He's not expecting. He's playing on his back heels and not going to be able to get to that ball in time.
0-1 the count to Blanchard. This curveball is popped up. Is it going to stay fair? Foul in territory? It is. And Scheidt makes it right over against the fence at the Rhythm dugout. And so the Rhythm are gone here in the second. Check our Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. No score. We go to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm.
The Farm, WHOP HD2 Hopkinsville.
Back here at the Tiger Field, Joe Wilson and Colin Crothers with you here at the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. We go to the bottom of the second. Connor Scheidt, who just made that play. There you go. See, it happens every time.
It almost happened last inning with Hunt as
well.
well.
It sure did. So Connor Scheidt, Nick Johnson, and Mark Harmon will be the batters for the Hoppers here to start the second. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. As Hoptown went 1, 2, 3 in the first, 2 strikeouts. Sweeney looking pretty good out there on the mound right now for full count.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few pitches that got way away from the zone, but outside of that, I mean, he's pounding it well. He's got some good chase pitches, and, he's running up trying to gas it by these guys, and they're swinging after it. Oh, yeah, there's another one that
almost got the umpire there.
Yeah. That's who you don't want to get angry.
No, you don't want to make him mad, do you?
No, that strike zone will just turn into about a tiny, tiny square when you're on the mound in that situation.
Jackson Zeller, the catcher's going over and said, "Now you know how I feel."
They're going to be in the same boat here in a moment.
They're having a conversation down there now. Like, you got to keep your head on a swivel, man. Connor Scheidt will lead off, and boy, has Connor been on a tear here lately. He's, of course, played with us last year. A lot of folks remember Connor, and very pleasant young man. And, boy, can he play some baseball. He hits this one first pitch towards short. Got a glove on it. Can Connor beat it out? Yes, he can. And they throw it into the dugout. And they're going to give him second base, I believe, on that play. They sure will. I'm going to give him a single and then an error on the throw.
Exactly what I was going to go with.
So Connor hit a ball down there, and the shortstop, Barrett Brown, got his glove, knocked it down, but in a rush to try to throw him out at first, throws it over the head of Separulo and into the dugout. So Scheidt is at second, and that brings up Nick Johnson, the designated hitter for Hoptown, as the Hoppers have their first base runner of the night. No score here in the bottom of the second. Beautiful night for baseball here at Tiger Field. Checks the runner at second, pitch on the way, and nice curveball there that gets in at the knees. And it's 0-1 to Johnson.
Johnson's also a guy who's been doing very well recently at the plate, especially bringing guys around, bringing them in. He came in last night for the same situation we saw last time. Came in, got an at-bat, and had someone pinch a run for him. So
yeah, he's He's been a guy that's really given him a lot in a lot of different places there. That curveball caught him, kind of locked him up. They didn't like it, but I thought that was a pretty good pitch there. 0-2 the count.
As a starter, he's been well. As a guy off the bench, he's been the, hey, we need someone on in this situation. You're the guy that's going to get us on no matter what.
0-2 the count now to Johnson. Man at second. He swings and chops this one, and it's going to just go foul. Scheidt was on his horse. He was going to go to third there. Johnson had no confidence that was going to be a foul. He carried the bat with him halfway down the line there. I had one of those that kind of looked like it might have hit his foot, too, like we saw the other night, It was an awkward-looking bounce.
It was close, but I'm sure just like Zeller, he's happy he didn't hit him.
Yeah, that's right.
Poor dude.
Johnson now takes another shot at it here. 0-2 the count. Sweeney checks the runner at second. Now delivers to home plate. Ball chopped into left field for a base hit. In between short and third, and Scheidt moves over to third base. And the second hit in a row for the Hoppers here, and they've got runners on the corners.
And maybe tonight it's not going to take the full 5 innings going through the lineup twice before the bats start to explode like crazy. And part of that might be from a conversation Chris Benny had with the team. Not that I know the details, but I know that last night we got off the bus and he said, every single time we just have to make a crazy comeback. So, we're trying to figure out a way of, how can we spark this team before we get to the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, and might be paying off tonight.
So here's Mark Harmon. He swings at that same slider that he got Hayden Hunt and Hartman on back in the first inning. He ran that one. Harmon can't catch up to that one or reach it, and it's strike one on the Hoppers catcher. Came in and pitched a really nice 9th inning the other night. That one's inside. Was able to hold off, and it's 1-1.
If I'm Sweeney, I don't know why you wouldn't sit majority slider throughout this entire game. You can't do it every single time because it's running off the plate, but you were fooling every single batter so far you faced. You better be sitting that majority of the time.
Not much of a lead at first. He's not going, and he throws the slider, and Harmon swings at it again. 1-2.
Helped with that fastball right before it on the inside half.
Yep.
And it really does look like it's going to sit over the plate, and last second just snaps and is about a couple inches outside.
1-2 the count. No out, runners on the corners. Pitch here, and he swings at it at high, and he ran it up on him, and he can't catch up. And he's the third strikeout victim tonight for the Hoppers. There's one gone here in the second, and here comes Gavin Powell. And boy, he had a great spring at Wren Lake this year. He was telling me before the game started, hit 370 in the league, 5 home runs, former Hoptown High star. His first appearance for the Hoppers this summer, so let's see if it can be a good one. He watches one in for a strike. That might be the best offering he'll get.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? Going through the lineup a few times, as we've been talking about, once you get a little bit later, you might realize that first pitch is the best thing he's going to throw you, and you should be aggressive at the plate.
Still runners on the corners, and he threw it again. That's slider, and Powell swings at it as well.
There's other guys that really struggle with that first pitch strike, the first pitch being anywhere near the zone. Sweeney's been pretty solid with it so far today, so wouldn't be shocked the second time through the lineup, the Hoppers are very aggressive.
Runner going at first. Powell strikes out, and they'll throw down to second, and he is called safe. I was worried there he was going to call him out, but Powell on the strikeout. There's 2 gone. And Nick Johnson has stolen second base. And so the Hoppers have runners at second and third now, and here's Easton Beatty.
It hurts. You got a guy on third with no outs, and if you're not able to bring him in, that is a big stinger and gives Full Count a lot of, confidence going into the third inning, saying, hey, we can shut these guys out. We just got to get a few runs and move a few guys over.
That's absolutely right, because it looks like Sweeney's got his best stuff tonight. Same pitch, starts him out with the slider on the outside, and Beatty goes a-hacking.
Yeah, he looks fantastic on the mound right now with his stuff, and that's the other part about being aggressive is you don't want to see that slider. The later you work into account, the more you're going to see that slider, more likely it is you're going to strike out.
Well, the Hoppers aren't even working the counts deep either. He's not throwing a lot of pitches. This one's fouled off. He did get a piece of that, and it's 0-2. Seems like every batter he was 1-2 to Hunt. He was 1-2 or 2-1 to Chance Sweeney, 2-2 to Hartman. Scheidt swung at the first pitch. Nick Johnson was 0-2. Mark Harmon was 1-2, and Gavin Powell was 0-2, and now Beatty's 0-2 as well. Working ahead in the count here. Sweeney, pitch on the way. Outside corner, just missed. That was the fastball. Look out here, Easton. We know what's probably coming. And he may go high and tight like he did a while ago with Harmon.
Not a bad idea, especially when Sweeney just kind of had to ask for where that one missed. Like, how far off was it? And, of course, it wasn't missing by much.
Oh, 1-2 count here. Pitch on the way. And he just got a piece of it, and guess what? It hit off the catcher again. Jackson Zeller takes another one off the shoulder, and he pumped his fist.
Yeah,
Did you
so
see?
He just threw his hand down.
Yeah, he's
like
really frustrated right now.
It's almost as if you zapped your hand and felt it sing, and you like shook your hand back. That's what it looked like.
Yeah. It's a third one tonight. So 1-2. Count remains on Beatty. Need one to find that outfield grass. Pitch on the way. Misses outside, 2-2. Hoptown back at home tomorrow night against Henderson. Boy, that'll be a big one. Flash won 8 in a row coming into tonight against Paducah. So here we go. Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. 2-2 and 2 out. Pitch on the way. Hit down towards shortstop. Backhanded play. Long throw across the field. Ooh, what a beautiful play there. Barrett Brown with a backhand and a throw from the hole gets Easton Beatty by about a half a step over there, and the Hoppers strand 2 runners here in the second. So we've checked the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. No score heading into the third. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm.
It's an three. The Farm.
Top of the third here at Tiger Field as Joe Wilson, Colin Carruthers with you here at the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. We thank you all for listening tonight. Also want to thank all of our sponsors for making our Hoppers games available to you to listen to, and you can't be here. Maybe some of you are listening out in the stands. If so, we appreciate you so much.
They're getting the best of the both worlds out there.
They are, that's right. Hudson Separulo will lead off the third for full count. He'll be followed by Gabe Jenkins and Nathan Rowland. That's 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup here. Separulo flew out to center field his last time up. 0 for 1 on the night. First pitch is a ball. And this one gets him swinging. He chased that outside pitch, and it's 1-1. Leonard's looked pretty good himself in the first couple of innings for Hoptown. He comes back here, and this one's going to be a tough play. It may fall in no man's land, and rushing over there. And, oh, what a nice play there by Reed Hayes. He almost overran it. Battling the sun and the wind over there, and a long run, but Reed Hayes in the left field takes care of it. And then there's one away. That was a tough play.
However you can make it work, that's all that matters. Yeah, that was a tough play because, I mean, you're hauling over there, and then you're trying to make sure, okay, don't slow down. I got to get there. And sure enough, you just overestimate it by a little bit, and you got to make sure you extend to grab that one.
So one gone here. Leonard nearly hits Gabe Jenkins. You're also worried because the the third baseman and shortstop were running out there too. You can hear their footsteps. He kind of looked down to see where they were, and he almost overran the play, but he ran a long way to make that play.
You got to be careful with the collisions. There was almost 3 of them last night from the Hoppers team.
Oh, wow. 1-0 the count here to Jenkins. That one runs inside, and it's 2-0. Jenkins had a single his last time up.
Leonard's also, again, he's looking really good out there. He's got to continue to have some of his best stuff to make this a true, really good pitcher's duel, because what we've seen from Sweeney, it's going to be a hard hit off him.
And he misses high inside there, and it's 3-0. Yeah, he pitched around 2 singles and an error.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No runs scored, so.
Runner on third with no outs,
Yep.
so nothing came in.
Yep. Couple of big strikeouts. The Hoppers have their hands full tonight. 3-0 the count here, and it's in for a strike. Jenkins was watching the whole way. See if Leonard can get back into it here. And he's swinging and pops it up. It looks like Scheid at first base. Now he's going to be called off. And Powell takes care of it, and there's 2 gone. Good communication there between Powell and Scheid.
And good to know who has priority with that ball, who can call you off. Obviously, the second baseman coming in there's going to have a better angle at it. And the other part, too, with Leonard, had a 3-0 count and worked himself back at 2 and out, so no one on and 2 outs is a really good situation to be in.
So here's Nathan Rowland. He walked his last time up, had a stolen base, was stranded at second. That was back in the first. He swings at the first pitch. That was a nice slider there from Leonard.
He looked over at Sweeney and said, "You got a slider? I can show you mine as well."
That's right. So 2 gone here in the top of the third. Leonard throws a curveball. It's ripped down at Hartman. Oh, short hopped it. Long throw to first. Got him. Beautiful play there by Dom. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for full count as we check our Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. No scores. We go to the bottom of the third. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
.3 The Farm. Playing country favorites for Hopkinsville, Oak Grove, and Fort Campbell.
Bottom of the third here at Tiger Field. No score between the Hoppers of Hoptown and the Rhythm of Full Count out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Reed Hayes will lead off for Hoptown here in the bottom of the third. Hayden Hunt and then Chance Sweeney will follow, so it's 9-1-2 in the Hoppers lineup. And Reed Hayes, again, just made a fantastic play in the field.
It's like we just said, every single time.
Every time, that's right.
I was just saying that whoever should lead off the 4th inning, I'm going to point out to say, hey, they're going to make a play in the field in the top half.
Want to say, too, that play Dom Hartman just made, I don't think I really described that well enough. That ball was a shot that kind of short-hopped him. And he'd already made one catch where he actually was caught by the ball, and that one was another one that got on him really quick.
Yeah, he just flipped the glove down, popped up into it real quick, and that's how he made the throw over.
So let's see what Reed Hayes can do with Ryan Sweeney. So far, the Rhythm pitchers look pretty good. He throws one there and gets him on a curve ball, and it's strike one. He's worked ahead in the count all night long so far. Oh, and 1 the count. This one is outside. It's 1-1. Boy, when he misses, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And that's the other thing, too, of like, it's hard to not be working ahead in the count because he's been so good with his pitches, and the ones that have been a little bit off the plate, he's forcing them to swing at.
Yep. Tries to go at it there again. Misses again. It's 2-1.
And I think when he tries to actually throw that chase pitch, he overdoes it, overcorrects on himself a little bit. And that's why it's so far outside or so far upstairs.
Yeah, that's way over in the left-handed batter's box. That one's low, and it's 3-1 now to Hayes. Hoppers will take a leadoff walk right here.
That'd be beautiful.
Turn it over to the top of the lineup. See what happens here. I think Hayes has the green light. Pitch on the way. He takes the strike on the outside corner, and the count's full.
Hayes is a guy who hasn't shown it in game yet this year, but he can mash a baseball. I was watching him in BP, and he put one well over the left center wall. Like, couldn't even find it afterwards.
He walks. Is that one in the dirt? Sweeney doesn't walk a lot, but he sure did do one there. That's the first one of the night. So Hayes goes to first, and here comes Hayden Hunt, and I would be surprised if Hunt doesn't try to lay down a bunt right here.
And right now is all about, I think every little run could prove monumental in this game at this point. With Sweeney doing as well as he has, you had a guy on third with no outs, couldn't bring him in. I mean, this could be a very low-scoring game.
Checks the runner at first. Good lead over there and he's going to take off on the first pitch, throw down to second, and they're not going to get him. Boy, what a great read there from Reed Hayes, who gets the stolen base. Pitch was called a strike on Hunt.
There's Reed Hayes' second stolen base of the summer. He had a great jump, like you mentioned, off that. It was a good throw from Zeller behind the plate down there, just, again, a tad bit late. If that jump is any different, he's thrown out.
I think they may have seen something in the move over there and have gotten it to the rest of the players. Hunt shows bunt. He'll pull it back, and he'll take a strike, and now he's behind 0-2, so take the bunt out of play here.
I wouldn't be shocked if they saw something, because not only did Reed Hayes get a good jump off of first, it kind of seemed like he started to stutter step towards second before he went off there looking for something so specific. And sure, that's what you're looking for. You want to see that leg kick come up, but I think they've noticed something different as well.
I think you're right. 0-2 the count here in the bottom of the third. No out. Man on second. Hunt did show bunt. Even though there's two strikes, he takes one high and outside, and it's 1-2. Well, if Hayden could get one down here, his speed really creates pressure on the defense. So we'll see what happens. Sweeney checks that runner at second. They're crashing at first, and Hunt goes for the bunt and misses and strikes out. So a second time tonight that Hunt has struck out. And he is the fifth strikeout victim of Sweeney tonight, so one away here. But Hayes is at second. So Chance Sweeney now with a chance to move a runner over or possibly give the Hoppers a lead.
The Sweeney on Sweeney matchup right now.
It is. I hope for our sake Chance Sweeney wins this battle here. Big lead at second. And our Sweeney taps one down to second, and they're going to move the runner to third. Ball thrown in the dirt, but a good scoop and pickup over there by Hudson Separillo. But Sweeney does his job. He moves the runner over. Two gone now, and Hayes is at third base. Blanchard made the play, but his throw kind of bounced over there, and Separillo does a nice job of scooping that one up. Two gone now for the Hoppers. And here's Dom Hartman, one of the guys we like to see in this situation right here with the runner on third. Maybe one can get to the backstop. We can get a run in here. Hartman swings at the first pitch, drives it into left field, and the Hoppers have taken the lead here. RBI single for Dom Hartman. First pitch swinging, and I think he noticed the first pitch has been a fastball here lately, and he drove that one right in. And so Reed Hayes scores to make it 1-0 Hoppers.
And that's what we were saying about the first pitch. You're going to see him get very aggressive at the plate. That's the best thing you're going to see. You don't want to see the slider. So attack on that fastball, and you're going to have something to drive.
So here's Connor Scheid. He had a single back in the second inning. Big lead over at first base now for Dom. He won't go, and the pitch is high and way outside. And it's 1-0 to Scheid. Scheit was stranded at third back in the second. Hoptown with the lead, 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs. Hartman at first base. 1-0 the count now to Scheit. Sweeney checks the runner. Nobody going. Pitch is hit into the gap in right center. It's going to get down, cut off there by the center fielder, but heading all the way to third base is Hartman, who never slowed down. Good job of base running there, and Scheit with his second hit of the night. And Hartman goes all the way to third on the play. Well, good job of base running there, Connor.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I mean, Hartman, he takes off, and you don't really expect it every now and then when you look at him, but he's got some really good speed. We've seen it a few times. He's gone first to third or can come home on a pass ball. And, yeah, a great base running, the IQ there, knowing that it's in right center field. So take off. They got a really tough throw to get me out of third.
Nick Johnson steps to the plate. He had a single his last time up. Takes low pitch for a strike on the outside corner.
I mean, to get Hartman out there, it's pretty much got to be a perfect throw from the center fielder, Fuller.
Be surprised if Scheit goes here. He wants to give Johnson a chance. And the pitch in for a strike on the inside this time is Ryan Sweeney working both sides of the plate.
Seem like two tough ones to take, both fastballs that seem belt high down the middle. So wouldn't be shocked if he goes that slider.
0-2 the count. And goes high and tight, and Johnson fins it off as he fouls it out of play.
I don't know about you, but it almost looked like a two-seamer.
It did.
I would say it kind of had a little bit of a jump
It
out
did.
of the hand.
It sure did.
Still had the velo, but yeah, I'd say that was a two-seamer.
Johnson did a good job there, just getting a piece of it. And the pitch here. He tried to go to the slider again, and they're going to say, no, sir, he did not go. He held up, but that's the one. That's his out pitch right there he's been going to. Johnson doesn't go for it, and it's 1-2 now.
Johnson's a guy who does well with two strikes, especially just fouling things off, battling, keeping himself alive for the pitch that he wants to see.
Sweeney comes to a stop. This one's hit with a high chopper. They're going to go to second base and get the force out there. So Johnson erased there on the fielder's choice as they get Scheit at second. But the Hoppers get a run as we've played 3 innings. Hoptown leads 1-0 as we check our Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. Connor Carruthers coming back with the call for the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th innings, if you'll stay with us on 95.3 The Farm.
.3 The Farm, playing country favorites for Hopkinsville and Crofton. The Farm.
Back with the top of the 4th here at Tiger Field. The Hoppers lead 1-0 over the full count Rhythm after they just scored in the bottom of the 3rd. Brady Leonard will still be the pitcher out there. You'll see 5, 6, 7. Beginning with Tate Dickinson for the Rhythm to get us rolling here. And, yeah, finally got something across after they had a runner on 3rd. No one scored, and they adjusted the very next inning.
I think they were doing some communication there, too.
Oh, yeah.
I was noticing that Connor Scheit was going through and talking to everybody, and I think everybody was saying, watch for the fastball in that first pitch.
Yeah, next time coming up to the plate, you got to be swinging first pitch. Wouldn't be shocked if we see a quick inning or if we just see some very quick at-bats and they start knocking Ryan Sweeney around. Well, ready now for the top of the 4th. Leonard delivers a pitch off speed in the middle of the zone for a called strike against Tate Dickinson. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to the second baseman.
Yeah, he hit a ball that was rocket off the bat.
Leonard through the windup. Fastball misses low for ball 1.
Gavin Powell made a good play on it a while ago. He had him played just right. See, he's back over there pretty far over toward first base again on this at bat as well.
1-1 pitch to the plate from Leonard. Grounder on the left side, foul. 1-2 the count. Yeah, he's kind of playing, that being Gavin Powell, playing on the outside portion of the lip between the infield and outfield.
Mm-hmm.
So Dickinson gets ready again in the right-handed box, standing 6'2", a native of Belle Chase, Louisiana. And Leonard set from the right side of the rubber. Through the windup again, he fires, and it's fouled out of play.
Yeah, he ruined that pitch. That was a really nice pitch at the knees there.
Count still 1-2. With our leadoff batter in the top of the 4th inning on deck will be Jay Fuller, the center fielder. Ready again, the 1-2 pitch delivered, and it's fouled out of play. He's giving him a good fight to begin this inning.
Yeah, he's just hanging in there, isn't he?
Hanging around and hanging around.
Dickinson came into this one tonight 304 batting average. Man knows how to hit for sure.
7 hits on 23 at-bats coming into the game. The 1-2 again is lifted and sky high out in shallow right center field. Easton Beatty, the right fielder, calls everyone off and catches it for out number 1.
That ball was hit so high in the air. It was like when you played stick ball in the yard with a tennis ball, and everybody went. Powell might have been able to make that play. He was hit from second base. It was hit so far.
I think he could have, but obviously Beatty's got the control out there, so he makes the call, calls him off, and now we'll see Jay Fuller. I think he could have made that play, though.
Yeah, it was way up in the air.
Fuller in the left-handed box to face Leonard. He works through the windup. First pitch.
Woo.
Roped on the right side, foul.
Wake up.
Good morning over there if you're falling asleep. 0-1 the count after that line drive foul. Fuller comes in the game with a .310 batting average, is 0 for 1 with a ground out to the second baseman, Gavin Powell.
Powell's playing farther over again on this at-bat, too.
0-1 in the dirt. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Talked to Gavin before the game. He's so excited about being back playing baseball. He wasn't here the first few weeks, so tonight's their first game, and he's just really excited to be back with the Hoppers again this year and ready to go.
Way outside with the next pitch, 2-1 the count against Jay Fuller. Well, Fuller, a native of Oak Grove, Alabama, graduated high school as the 19th ranked outfielder in the state of Alabama. Committed to play at UAB, spent the season there, didn't record any stats, so now he's entered the transfer portal and hoping to land somewhere new this upcoming fall.
Tell you what, I think he could help somebody. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times here.
Outside corner called strike, evens the count 2-2.
Covers some ground out in center field, too. He cut that ball off. It got into the gap a while ago.
The 2-2 pitch, Leonard goes downstairs and in for the ball, and then count now full.
Don't want to put Fuller on here. His speed could be a problem for Hoptown.
And make him pay as you only lead 1-0. Still early, but can't get too cautious with anything. The 3-2 pitch from Leonard is downstairs for a ball, and there's a walk. Fuller gets on with the free bag, and Jackson Zeller comes up.
Again, it looked as though there might have been a miscommunication there a little bit between the pitcher and catcher. It looked like it handcuffed Harmon just a little bit. If he makes the catch, it might have been a strike.
Runner on first, 1 out. In the top of the 4th inning, 1-0 lead for the Hoppers over the Rhythm. New batter, the catcher, Jackson Zeller from Farragut, Tennessee. Plays at Chattanooga State Community College. The first pitch is on the outside portion for a called strike.
Ooh, we got it like that one. I hope we get that more.
A really good pitch there.
From my angle, and I'm sitting directly behind the catcher, that was a little bit off the plate, so we'll take that.
The 0-1 delivery lifted out towards the left field. Reed Hayes, tracking it, is underneath it, camped there, and has caught it for the second out. Fuller goes back towards first, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Couple of flyouts and a walk so far this inning. Cam Suggs in the 8th spot comes up. He's also 0 for 1 with a flyout to right field.
That's the 7th flyout recorded.
The thing is, they're not like been great flyouts. They kind of just been flared up there.
Can of corn.
Absolutely.
Yep. Runner going.
First pitch, runner takes off. It's a called strike. Throws down there from Harmon. Tag is down, and they caught him out. Harmon gunned a man, and there's the 3rd out of the inning. It would seem like a late tag at first from Powell, but they still got it down in time as we check the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. Hoppers lead 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 4th here on 95.3 The Farm.
.3 The Farm, your home for country's greatest hits.
Bottom of the 4th here at Tiger Field. You join us here in the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth for the full count rhythm and Hoptown Hoppers baseball. Hoppers lead 1-0, and they will have 6, 7, 8 due up to face Ryan Sweeney, the starter, still out there for a full count, who's got some pretty good pitches in his bag, but it seems like the first pitch fastball might be something to jump on right now.
We'll see if he makes an adjustment here because Hoptown made the adjustment last inning. Let's see if he makes the adjustment here to see if he goes to something else.
The inning began with a leadoff walk. Reed Hayes got on. He came around and scored as the only run of the game so far. So now they'll come up to see if they can tack on a few more.
Yeah, the Hoppers did all that last inning with 2 out, too. They Hartman's RBI single came with 2 out, and Connor Scheidt had a single with 2 out.
We'll begin here. It'll be Mark Harmon after just throwing out a runner stealing. So, again, you make a great play in the field. It should translate to the plate, and you've got to try to pick it up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Harmon played the last time we were in Hendersonville taking on the full count rhythm, had 1 hit, but it came in the clutchest of moments. It was in the 9th inning, had the go-ahead RBI single, and he's had 2 RBIs this year. Both of them have been go-ahead winners. First pitch now to the righty, Harmon, and it's right down Broadway for a strike.
Call him Mr. Clutch.
He's got ice in his veins. The other go-ahead RBI single was against the Henderson Flash in that 10-9 victory the second time they met up. 0-1 pitch. It paints the corner for a called strike.
And the umpire had to think about it, but he finally threw that right hand out there. I thought that one might have been a little low. 0-2.
Sweeney working through the windup. The pitch way outside, and now it's a 1-2 count. That one clearly missed.
Yeah. And I think it's the same thing what you were talking about before, is he tried to throw a little too hard and came across the body there.
Works through the 1-2 delivery to the plate, right down the middle and fouled out of play. Harmon stays alive against Sweeney. And Sweeney, a righty, standing 5'11" from Franklin, Kentucky. He's been a really good pitcher throughout his entire high school and collegiate career. He had a really good spring with Trevecca Nazarene and graduated Centennial High School as the district pitcher of the year. The 1-2 pitch to Harmon. He'll foul backwards.
Hanging in there, isn't he?
Absolutely he is. Again, Sweeney was the district pitcher of the year, was 4A All-State team, also made the Tennessee All-Mid-State team as well. So very recognized talent. And you can clearly see why in this game. The 1-2, and Harmon waves by it for the strikeout. He's put down and a couple of pitches, and that brings up Gavin Powell.
He just fooled him completely there. He just flailed at it, and actually the ball got away from the catcher. If he'd have run, he might have had a shot, but he gave himself up.
Now it's the Hopkinsville native, Gavin Powell, playing second today. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And his first appearance this summer is with the team last year. And just now joined after spending time with Ren Lake.
Ren Lake's a great junior college program up there in southern Illinois.
Pitch upstairs for a ball.
Just if you're going from Hopkinsville, it's just shy of Mount Vernon.
And maybe about just under 2.5 hours.
Yep, that's about right.
The 1-0 delivery from Sweeney. Powell will foul into the backstop for strike one.
Back probably 20, 25 years ago, a lot of their players Ren Lake players would end up at Austin Peay.
1-1 delivery. Misses below the knees.
That Gavin was telling me before the game that Austin Peay, Murray, Western had looked at him a little bit, and then Omaha is looking at him because the coach that was recruiting him at Western has gone to Omaha. And Omaha sound familiar to Hopkinsville folks because Chris Crutchfield coaches basketball there. He played for the '85 Hoptown State Championship basketball team.
Next pitch swung through at a one right over the heart of the plate. Count even 2-2.
Illinois State also looking at Gavin right now.
The 2-2, and there's another swing and miss, back-to-back strikeouts to begin the bottom of the fourth.
And if you've noticed, he's gone to the curveball as his out pitch now. It's not the slider. He's throwing that curveball.
So he is also starting to adjust, and it's paying off here. Beatty, the new batter, in the 8th spot. He's playing right today.
He was robbed of a base hit the last time up.
He ended the second inning with a ground out to the shortstop, Barrett Brown, and I mean, that was an incredible play by him. First pitch of the at-bat, fastball, and it's fouled out of play.
He was sitting dead red there. He was expecting it. He'd like to have that one back.
I think that confirms your suspicions of what they're communicating near the dugout.
Mm-hmm.
Sweeney now again from the windup. The 0-1 pitch to Beatty. Called strike again on the inside half. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth and no one on. Hoppers lead 1-0 over the full count Rhythm. And it's the Rhythm's first game here at Tiger Field this summer. The other one rained out. They'll have a doubleheader on July 5th. That one's lifted over on the right side in foul territory. And there's a sliding attempt from the right fielder who can't catch up to it.
Wow.
So it'll land for a long strike.
What a great effort by Tate Dickinson. He went over and finally just had to slide and stuck his leg out there. It was near the fence. A long run there. It was good effort there by Tate.
I mean, he kind of almost earned the catch at that point if
did.
he got to it.
Glad he missed it because you know what? Sometimes you pay for that.
Yeah, Beatty gets another life and trying to make the most of it here. On deck is Reed Hayes, and then the top of the order would be due up for the Hoppers. Count still 0-2 as Sweeney looks in. And now readies. Deals the 0-2. And Beatty got sawed off for the third strikeout of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, all courtesy of the K's. We check the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. Hoppers lead 1-0 as we head to the 5th here at Tiger Field.
95.3 The Farm.
Top of the fifth, Hoppers lead the full count rhythm 1-0. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball here on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. Brady Leonard's still the pitcher out there. He's looked pretty good as he's got a really good pitching matchup against Ryan Sweeney in this one, and giving the home fans in attendance a really good performance right now.
Yeah, it's a pitcher's duel right now out there, and I'll tell you, really, really impressed with Ryan Sweeney as he completely went away with everything he was doing the previous innings. He was really relying on that curveball that last inning with 3 strikeouts. He had been using that slider for his out pitch.
I mean, he's looked really good. He's given up only 1 run, 4 hits, and also recorded 8 strikeouts already. Brady Leonard, no runs on 2 hits, 1 error behind him. Ready now is Cam Suggs as the leadoff batter. First pitch to the righty, curveball in there for a strike.
Beautiful pitch there, locked him up on the inside corner, and so he starts him out with a curveball.
It'll be 8-9 in the top of the order for full count. The 0-1 delivery, way outside, ball 1. He missed that glove side and probably also over-rotated.
Yeah, it did a little bit.
Suggs, the third baseman today, is 0 for 1. He flew out to right field back in the second inning. 1-1 pitch, curveball again, over on the right side and through into the outfield for a leadoff single.
Good job pitching there by Suggs. He just rode it right into right field there, waited, kept his hands back. Good job there and a base hit.
Now up is the late addition to the lineup and the Bellarmine commit, Barrett Brown, who's 1 for 1 with a single in the second inning.
Yeah, that was the last time anybody had a single on the Hoppers.
So it's been 2 innings without a hit. They finally get back on with their third of the game. He squares around, pulls back, and Mark Harmon goes through his glove and all the way to the backstop. Runner takes off and is in towards second with no contest. He's got an easy stolen base.
I tell you, actually, a really good job out there by Hayden Hunt because Hayden made it look like the throw was coming, and Suggs didn't know the ball had gotten to the backstop, or he might have taken third on that play.
Yeah, I mean, he was already pretty much standing on second before Harmon realized that he didn't catch the ball. Broken mid-play there. So now a runner in scoring position as Leonard steps off and throws over the Hunt at short, no tag, as Suggs is back in safely. Count 0-1 to Barrett Brown with no outs in the inning. Leonard looks back to second a couple of times, spins over and then throws. Harder to throw that time, but still no tag. Assume we now will focus our attention on the batter, Barrett Brown, with still 0-1 count.
Suggs may go here. Big lead at second base.
Slide step to the plate outside for a ball. Count evens 1-2. It should be. Is that one called a strike on the steal?
The first one was a strike.
Oh, then I'm.
Yeah, I thought it was a ball too.
I thought it was a ball. So count evens 1-1 now. Thought it was a ball. Ground ball over on the right side in front of the full count dugout, and there's strike 2.
Leonard needs a strikeout right here in the worst kind of way.
Leonard going through the day so far has yet to deliver a K. One right here would be
Brown would like to get something on the ground on the right side, move that runner over to third, which is what the Hoppers did a while ago to get their run in.
Leonard now the 1-2 pitch to the plate. Downstairs in the dirt, good block from Harmon. It'll be a ball, and Suggs stays at second.
That was a really good job there by Harmon, blocking, smothering that one. Kept Suggs from getting to third.
And this has been Leonard's best start so far. He's pulled a lot of stuff out of his arsenal and has looked fantastic so far. Looking to sit down Barrett Brown with a 2-2 count and no outs here on the top of the fifth. Hoppers lead by 1. Leonard, the 2-2 pitch, goes to that curveball and then misses high and outside. Now the count is full to Brown, the shortstop. Again, 1 for 1, made a great play in the field earlier. Trying to make some good work here at the plate. Leonard now sets from the stretch. Fires the full count pitch. It's down at the bottom of the well for a ball. There's a walk. 2 runners are on.
Not terrible because now you put the the actual double play back in motion. However, Suggs and Brown both can run. You may look for a double steal here, especially with Planchero, the right-handed batter at the plate, or Blanchard, I'm sorry.
And here will be a meeting on the mound. Chris Benny comes out to visit with Brady Leonard. And we'll see what things look like here. He's handing him the game ball, and that will do it.
Yeah.
Leonard had a fantastic start. His line is not closed yet, but he hasn't given up a run. 2 runners will be on with no outs for the new pitcher. We'll have all the details here in a moment.
.3 The Farm.
New pitcher in for the Hoptown Hoppers. Brady Leonard today has done Jaden Miles, the new arm, out of the bullpen. He's made 1 appearance so far this year. He went 2 innings, didn't give up any runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. A really good arm out of UHA, and now trying to shut down the rhythm with 2 on behind him and no outs.
Jaden battled a lot of injuries early part of the high school season, especially had a hip injury that kind of slowed him down.
Look at the day for Leonard. His line's not officially closed, but so far it's no runs, no strikeouts, 3 hits, and 4 walks behind him. And in this inning, it was a leadoff single and then a walk to follow it up, and that was enough of the leash that Chris Benny was going to give him. And I think that shows he's not messing around with full counts today.
No, he's not. And I think he recognizes, too, that full counts starting their ace, and they've got they're probably one of their most potent offenses in the lineups going tonight, too. And they just keep putting people on base. And they just keep putting people on base.
You know, as they start to get to him, you only have a 1-run lead, and now with the top of the lineup up, they're about to go through the order the 3rd time, so they would have probably started to connect with Leonard and given him some real trouble. So Blanchard's up for the 3rd time. He's over 2 with a line out to Dom Hartman. That's the one that we say caught him more than he caught it. And then a pop out of foul territory to Connor Scheidt.
Could be a bunt situation here, too. You'll have to check and see.
He is going to square around before the pitch is thrown. Tries to lay it down. It's right back over. The Jaden Miles spins, throws over the 3rd.
Beautiful.
They got him out over the 1st.
Away.
And it is sailed all the way over and near the fence. So runner moves over the 3rd. And there's a runner safe on 1st on the corners with 1 out now. Was a great start to the play, and then just turned into disaster on the errant throw.
And that's going to send Blanchard down to 2nd as well. Suggs is out on the play, going to 3rd.
I think that one may have actually left and been out of the field of play, so it would have been an automatic advance for Blanchard there. 2 in scoring position and 1 out for Miles. Pitch downstairs, good block from Harmon for a ball. Runners remain. Batters Hudson Separullo, the first baseman, who's also over 2 with a pair of flyouts. And, well, a flyout here would do him justice because that would probably go down as a sac fly. Want to keep things low in the zone against him. And a really strong and powerful bat. He can get one out of here in a hurry. The 1-0 delivery from Miles upstairs. 2-0 the count.
I tell you, full count really benefited. That was not a good bunt by Blanchard. It went right back with a little bit of zest on it to Miles, who fired to 3rd for the out. If they had just left it there, they would have had it pretty good shape. But now runners are in scoring position at 2nd and 3rd.
Curveball downstairs, misses. It's a 3-0 start now to Separullo. You also saw the great defense from Jaden Miles, and it feels like he's just trying to pitch around Separulo right now. He fires a 3-0. It's a fastball right down the pipe for strike one. 3-1 the count against the Motlow State Community College player. Just finished up his redshirt sophomore year with a 400 batting average there. 3-1 delivery is lifted in the right field and on a line over the head of Easton Beatty and will bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. The Rhythm take the lead with 2 RBIs.
That was just a line drive shot.
Again, can get off his bat in a hurry and out of here. That one he barreled up, and that brings in Suggs Blanchard and Brown. 2-1 the lead for full count here on the road. And Gabe Jenkins will now be the batter. First ground rule double we've seen all year.
Yeah. Well, that one hit, really not much of a chance at all that time for Beatty. It just sailed right over his head and bounced at the base of the wall and hit up and went over the short wall out there and right.
Jenkins is 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out to Gavin Powell at second. First pitch he sees from Miles. Curveball, bottom of the zone, called strike. Jenkins plays at VMI, aka Virginia Military Institute. Wouldn't be shocked if he has a good day here on Military Appreciation Night.
That's
even
correct,
though he is not in favor with the home team. 1 for Miles, the leg kick to the plate. It's fouled off on the right side, and now he's in an 0-2 hole to Miles.
Jenkins way late on that.
Jenkins is also a big-time athlete in high school over at Hanover High School. He played not only baseball, but he did track, football, and basketball as well. The 0-2 pitch from Miles, swinging, missing, and there's a strikeout for out number 2.
Really pretty pitch there from Jaden as he set it up really nice and ran that one on that, started it out over the middle of the plate, and it broke right back outside. Very similar to what we've seen Ryan Sweeney do tonight.
Remember, Miles just graduated from UHA and now has to face Nathan Rowland in the cleanup spot, who just finished up his freshman year at Mercer, a team that debatably could have made the NCAA tournament as an at-large bid. They were just left out, though. First pitch outside in the opposite batter's box for ball 1.
I'm really excited to see how Jaden does at Tennessee Wesleyan next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good program, and it'll be good to see how he does away from home and how he progresses.
The 1-0 lifted out towards center field and shallow. Good chase in from Sweeney, and he will catch it as he flips the glove downward for the final out of the top of the 5th. We checked the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. New pitcher came in, and 2 runs come across on a ground rule double. Full count leads 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
.3 The Farm, playing country favorites for Hopkinsville, Oak Grove, and Fort Campbell.
We've played half the game here at Tiger Field. The full count Rhythm lead the Hoptown Hoppers 2-1. They got the best of them in the top half of this inning with a ground rule double. And now they still got the race. Ryan Sweeney up there on the mound. He'll see Reed Hayes in the top of the order for the Hoptown Hoppers. We take a look at some scores around the Ohio Valley League real quick. The Henderson Flash are hosting the Paducah Chiefs. They lead the Chiefs 2-1 in the top of the 5th inning. The Miners are on the road taking on the Railroaders, and the Miners lead that one 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, we've got possibly the game of the night right now here. Full count taking on the Hoptown Hoppers. It's been a low-scoring affair and a good pitcher's duel. They just brought in Jaden Miles from the Hoptown bullpen. Sweeney's still getting work, and we'll see if his adjustments continue to pay off. After last inning, he tried to go the curveball a little bit more than the slider.
He did.
He went 3 up, 3 down with 3 strikeouts last inning and has recorded I want to say total of 8 on the day.
That's right. I believe it is 8.
First pitch to Reed Hayes. Misses eye high for ball 1. Hayes, in his one appearance so far, he got on with a walk and came around as the Hoppers' lone run of the game. Sweeney looks in for the righty-righty matchup, delivers the 1-0, and it's fouled up the right line, and there's strike 1. Nice play from the first base coach.
Yeah, barehanded that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You go back to the olden days, they don't need a glove.
He had to go 2 hands, though, make sure he didn't drop it.
I don't blame him. I would, too. I'd be nervous to drop it. Hearing all the chirps from the dugout. The 1-1 pitch, fastball. A ground ball on the right side, fielded by the second baseman, throwing the first in time for out number 1. It sounded like he broke his bat.
I was going to say, I think that bat's done.
The bat's life concludes there, and we will see now for the 3rd time today Hayden Hunt come up. Wonder what adjustments might happen in the 3rd time through the order. After the 4-3 ground out, Hunt has been 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts, trying to avoid the hat trick. As the Hoppers now trail by a run.
You know, Hayden didn't see a baseball for a couple of weeks, so he's kind of had a hard time catching up. And this is a whole other level.
First pitch called strike, 0-1 is the count to Hayden Hunt. And committed to play at Indiana State his final night here with the team. Trying to make the most of it. He's had some really good outings so far. He'll swing through the next pitch. It is in an 0-2 spot now.
You know what's coming here.
Definitely going to drop one off the table.
He sure is. Get ready, because here it comes.
Trying to retire his 6th consecutive. The 0-2 pitch from Sweeney goes outside, and there's a 1-2 count. Went with a fastball.
He did. And
shocked by that.
Well, and I am surprised about that, too, because he kind of had Hayden flailing at the first 2 pitches. I don't know. Really, no need to waste.
1-2. That one he pulled the string on, and a little too early. Fell in front of the plate. Count even 2-2.
You don't want to start letting Hayden see a lot of different pitches. He is extremely talented. He may be 0 for 2 tonight, but he is talented, and if the more pitches he sees, the more chances he's going to figure you out.
I mean, he's had some terrific plays in the field and some great time at the plate in front of the Hoptown faithful. They've seen how really good he is, and there's a reason he's going to go play at Indiana State. Makes sense also why they want him to kind of rest for the summer. It's a really busy fall. Some people might not realize, but it isn't just the spring season. It isn't just warming up in the winter to prepare for it. Fall ball is really intense, and technically they're all battling for a spot on the roster.
Well, he also played soccer, basketball, and baseball. He was all district, and I think he may have played some golf, too, last fall. He's been at it.
2-2 pitch is found out of play. Hunt stays alive. So, yeah, I mean, he's worn that body down quite a bit.
Yep. He was all district, all region in soccer. He was all district in basketball. He was all state in baseball.
Ready again as Sweeney works through the windup. The 2-2 delivery to the plate is spiked way in front of the plate in the dirt. And now the count is full. Went from an 0-2 count to working yourself into a 3-2 spot.
Love to see Hayden get on here and then turn some speed into pressure on the rhythm.
Speed, the pressure, the runs, hopefully. 3-2, and there's a hat trick of strikeouts.
It's just too good. I mean, that is just a devastating curveball.
Got him looking, and now Chance Sweeney will come up with no one on and 2 away already in the 5th. They'll step up in the left-handed box again. The Hoppers have been really good later portions of games, so even if they're still trailing after this inning, could be looking at quite a few runs being tacked on later. First pitch of the at-bat on the corner, nails it for a called strike. Went with the fastball there. Not much you could have done with that even if you attacked for it.
No, and Chance is really good about it. He knows what he's looking for. He's really good up there.
The 0-1 pitch, swing and miss there on a changeup. 0-2 is the count. Sweeney's 0 for 2 on the day, and that means he's now 0 for 11 against the full count rhythm, contrary of what we saw last night against Paducah, where he went in that game 8 for 12.
Funny how that works sometimes, isn't it?
Sometimes
Sometimes you're a killer of some teams and struggle against others.
The 0-2 pitch to Sweeney, ground ball over on the right side. A chopper picked up by Separula, who flips to Sweeney, who covers the bag. And Hoppers go 3 up, 3 down in back-to-back innings. We checked the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. Hoppers trail the full count rhythm 2-1. We'll be right back with more Hoppers baseball on 95.3 The Farm.
Broadcasting from the batter capital of the world, WHOP HD2 Hopkinsville, 95.3 The Farm.
Top of the 6th, it'll be 5, 6, 7 due up for the full count rhythm as they lead your Hoptown Hoppers 2-1 here at Tiger Field. You join us here in the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. Hoppers are going to have to pull off something pretty impressive at the plate because it seems like Sweeney's starting to settle in, but Jaden Miles is the pitcher right now. He entered last inning in place of Brady Leonard. Got out of it in decent work. Only gave up a ground rule double. Only though one of those runs count against him. The other one count against Brady Leonard. So Tate Dickinson will lead things off in the 5 spot. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out to right field. A native of Belle Chase, Louisiana, will stand 6-2 in the right-handed box to face the righty, Jaden Miles. Looks in for the sign and now ready. He'll work from the stretch with no one on behind him. First pitch goes off speed, that misses the zone for ball 1. Ran off the corner. Again, Dickinson comes to the game with a .304 batting average. He plays his collegiate baseball with LSU Eunice. That's a JUCO squad. That's an 8-time national champion.
Yeah, they're tough.
The 1-0 delivery from Miles. Swing and miss from Dickinson, and the count evens 1-1.
You know, I was talking to Carson Knowles the other day. He came to the radio station to talk to us, and he was saying, you know, it's tough as a catcher when you have to face guys that catch guys that you haven't seen before, and catching every third or fourth game. And I think we've seen a little bit of that tonight from Mark Harmon just a little bit, is that he's been handcuffed a couple of times down there.
2-1 the count as the previous pitch just missed down low. Next one comes in.
Ooh.
Slider, and my goodness, that sliced across the zone for strike 2.
Beautiful pitch there.
Pin the corner. Still battling the leadoff guy. 2-2 is the count. Miles looking to get out of it, and it's a fastball outside for a full count.
See, this is, I think, where Miles will grow as a pitcher, because in high school you might be able to get somebody out on that pitch. In college, they're just not going to swing at that.
Full count delivery, Miles to the plate. It's upstairs for a ball, and there's a leadoff walk. That, and I mean, you have probably a little bit of a bigger strike zone in high school as well to work with. And obviously you're not going to get it as well in the college season. So that's something you'll have to work back in. Jay Fuller, the new batter, who is 0 for 1. He reached last time on a walk, but was thrown out back in the 4th inning trying to steal second. Mark Harmon swiped him away. Now Miles set. First pitch. Called strike on a fastball outside.
Tell you, Miles almost balked there. I didn't think he came to a stop.
He worked that one quickly. And Dickinson down there decently, but a really good secondary off the back. He'll now take off. Pitch is right there for a strike. Throw is down there. Tag is just off of the runner. That's a stolen base for Tate Dickinson. And I believe the 4th stolen base today for the full count Rhythm. Fuller's in an 0-2 spot, though. And stands 6 foot in the left-handed box to face Miles. Looking for the first out of the inning. He delivers, and it's right down the middle for a called strike 3. Sits him down in 3 pitches.
Yeah, Fuller was not expecting that at all. It really fooled him. Good pitch there from Jaden.
Got him with a backwards K. That'll bring up Jackson Zeller. Still with a runner on second. Now 1 out. Zeller is 0 for 1 with a walk. Steps into the right-handed box and now is ready. Miles, his first pitch he deals, and it's outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Miles has one appearance so far this year, really struggled with the first pitch strike, only got it about 22% of the time. Seems like that's somewhat the case already early in this one. The 1-0 swung through and cannot connect. It's a 1-1 count.
A lot of pop on Jaden's fastball tonight.
It's not a pitch I would have wanted to face in high school.
No, when he's on, that's for sure.
Zeller now ready as the 1-1 comes to the plate, and it's high and tight for a ball. 2-1 the count. As Zeller just finished up his freshman year where he'll redshirt with Chattanooga State Community College, so he'll be entering his redshirt freshman year next fall. As Miles sets, looks back towards second, comes to the plate with the pitch, and it gets away from Mark Harmon. Bounces all the way around the backstop, and that allows Dickinson to move in the third on the wild pitch.
Runs are a premium in this game. Got to get a strikeout here. Can't give up many more runs.
Yeah, 1 run is the difference of everything. It feels like this is going to be a lower scoring affair, and that could really come back and cost you. Runner 90 feet away with 1 out and a 3-1 count to Zeller with Cam Suggs on deck. Pitch to Zeller, high and in, and there's a walk. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Cam Suggs the batter. Both guys have gotten on via the free pass. And Suggs is 1 for 2 with a single his last time up in the 5th inning. That's how he got the 5th inning started, actually, against Brady Leonard. Now he comes up to face Miles for the first time. Technically double plays in order. Wouldn't be shocked if they try to take off. Miles' first pitch. Inside again with a fastball for ball 1.
Yeah, he's going to have to make an adjustment there. Every pitch he's thrown on that pitch there just tails off too far inside. He's going to have to do something different.
Takes a peek over the first before delivering. The pitch goes with a curveball that misses inside. Count 2 balls and no strikes. Sun starting the set here in Hopkinsville. Good crowd and attendance for Military Appreciation Night. Hoppers trail by a run. That one's broken bat over the third base. Dom Hartman bobbled it, then scoops it up and throws it the first for the first out, or the second out of the inning. But a run comes across and it's 3-1.
Yeah, Dom was thinking going to second and dropped the ball, was able to not panic, pick it up, make a good throw to first base for the out, but the run did come in. Zeller moves on to second.
Yeah, at least you get an out of it.
That's right.
Which is what matters. Dickinson scores, and yeah, as you mentioned, Zeller in the second with now 2 outs in the inning. Batters Barrett Brown in the 9 spot. First pitch from Miles is sky high in left side and stays in the infield. It'll be the third baseman Dom Hartman to catch it, and that does the inning in. We check the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard on 2 walks and no hits. 1 run comes across. Full count Rhythm lead 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
95.3 The Farm. Playing country favorites for Hopkinsville and Crofton. The Farm.
Bottom of the 6th here at Tiger Field. You join us in the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth for some Ohio Valley League action. Hoppers in full count Rhythm. The Rhythm lead 3-1, and it's the most that it feels like a mountain right now, even though it's only a 2-run ball game.
It really does. It feels like it's about 7 or 8 to 1, doesn't it?
It really, really does. Sweeney out there is the pitcher. He started this game, and I mean, he's probably been the best guy we've faced all summer long so far. He's got to face the heart of the order, though. For the Hoppers, it'll be 3, 4, 5, beginning with Dom Hartman and Connor Scheid on deck, Nick Johnson in the hole.
And if we know anything about this Hopper team, you cannot quit on. They won't quit. They're just going to keep on coming.
It literally does not matter what part of the game you're in or what the score is. If you think you're safe, you are gravely mistaken. They made Paducah pay last night in the 9th inning. They put up a 4 spot and won that game 6-3 after trailing going into the top of the 9th.
They did that at full count, too, didn't they?
They did it at full count, and they kind of had some help from full count as well. First pitch to Dom Hartman is lifted sky high in the left center field. Gabe Jenkins underneath it, and there's one away.
You don't like that because it's first pitch and 1 out, so you'd really like to see Sweeney's pitch count start getting up a little bit so we can get him out of there.
Yeah, that's not how you get him out of the game whatsoever in that spot. Hartman was 1 for 2, now 1 for 3 after his RBI single brought in Reed Hayes, the only run. Now Connor Scheid, the batter, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, and that's all you need. You don't need the big blasts right now. You just need to grab a few singles and pair them all together.
Start something small, and then let's see what happens.
Pitch to Connor Scheid is at the knees for a called strike.
Man, that is just brutal, unfair.
Talking about working that pitch count up. As now we wait the 79th pitch from Sweeney. That one's at the knees in the corner and nails it for strike 2.
Yeah, that one ran out to the outside corner on the left-handed batter. He is in command of everything he has right now.
Scheid readies again as he's in an 0-2 hole against Ryan Sweeney. Works through the windup. The pitch to the plate. A dribbler over on the right side. It looks like they'll say fair. Sweeney will grab it and tag Connor Scheid, who held up about halfway going down the line in the first for out number 2. Hoppers have gone 3 up, 3 down in the 4th and 5th innings. They're in danger of doing it here again in the 6th. And with that, Ryan Sweeney has now retired, I want to say 9 consecutive batters.
Correct, yes.
Nick Johnson, the DH tonight, he's up for the 3rd time. He's 1 for 2. Had a single and a fielder's choice that ended the 3rd inning. Stands on the right-handed box to face the righty Sweeney. Pitch number 81 of the night from Ryan Sweeney. Curveball that finds the bottom of the zone for a called strike. That is wicked.
It is. It certainly is. And that's why he's retired 9 in a row.
Don't know how you can even do anything with that pitch. Might as well throw it again if you can. The 0-1 delivery, fastball gasted by him as he swings and misses, and there's an 0-2 spot.
So now he's got him completely off guard. Earlier they had kind of settled in on the fastball, but now they don't know what's coming.
He's off balance completely, doesn't know what might come to the plate. So you're kind of guessing at this point, hoping that you can stay loaded back, and you sit on the fastball and you sit loaded back on a curveball. The 0-2 pitch is over on the right side, out of play. Johnson stays alive. That's all you can look for on something that's high and tight.
That one ran in on his hands, too.
Yeah.
But Sweeney's pretty much able to put it anywhere he wants to right now.
He's got full control and been commanding this lineup up and down. A really talented lineup, as we mentioned. There's not really a spot you can take off 1 through 9. Well, Sweeney's made it look like they have struggled all year.
Yep.
Pitch upstairs for the first ball of the count. It's 1-2.
See there, he just wanted him to see something high, change his eyesight a little bit. Now watch what happens right here. He may go with another waste pitch here.
You thinking slider?
Yeah, either that or that curveball.
That's what he's been sitting recently.
Curveball down, yep.
The 1-2 goes to that curveball. That's over on the left side and just foul. Johnson's still alive, but Would have liked to straighten that one out a little bit more.
That would have been a tough play over there at third base for Suggs, though.
Exactly.
Ball was hit so high in the air, you had to wait for it to come down.
Yeah, had the weight on it, couldn't really charge it much, and Johnson's not really that slow. Not the fastest guy in the world, but not slow.
Deceivingly fast, that's what we'll say. How about that?
Absolutely. Sweeney shakes off a sign before now working through the windup and throwing the 1-2 again. It's a curveball that's lifted over on the right side and pushed out of play for the 1-2 count to remain. Johnson's only faced full count once this year coming into this game. He went 0 for 1 in that appearance. Already got a hit today. Looking for a second one here to maybe spark a 2-out rally in the bottom of the 6th. His team trails 3-1. 1-2 delivery from Sweeney. Inside, and it's a ball. Went with the fastball and tried it high and in. Ran off the plate. Count evens, 2-2.
Good discipline there from Johnson for not going after that.
Sweeney again will fire to the plate, and it misses down low, and the count runs full to Johnson.
This is a really good at bat by Nick. He's really come back here and fouled off a couple of good pitches, held off on a couple of good pitches.
It should go down as a quality at bat, no matter what at this point. The 3-2 runs inside, and there's a walk to Nick Johnson. He wins the battle.
Just a fantastic at bat. It's a battle of wills right there.
I mean, that is an impressive at bat to win, no matter what happens the rest of this inning. Give kudos to Nick Johnson for finding a way on. Again, just fouling things off over and over until he wears down Sweeney, who's like, all right, let me try this now. That's on the edge of the plate. It's going to miss, and he gets the free pass.
Absolutely. I mean, he could have given up early on, and he fouled off a couple of those really good curveballs to stay alive.
Mark Harmon, the catcher, is over 2 with a pair of strikeouts. He's got 2 outs and a runner on first. First pitch is in there for a called strike on a fastball. And Harmon's kind of been nicknamed Mr. Clutch, ice in his veins, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, we could use some right now.
He's represented 2 go-ahead RBI singles already on the road this year. Would love to see it at home. The 0-1. Lifted out towards right field and shallow. Diving attempt from the right fielder, and he caught it. Tate Dickinson head first leap for it, and will send Mark Harmon back to the dugout without a base hit. Let's check the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. The starter, Ryan Sweeney, retired 9 consecutive, led up a walk, and then Harmon was out there. Score is 3-1 as we head to the 7th.
At Mac.
Point 3, The Farm, your home for country's greatest hits.
We head to the 7th here on 95.3 The Farm. Full count rhythm taking on the Hoptown Hoppers. Hoppers trail 3-1 after a ground rule double against Jaden Miles in his first inning of work. He's back out there for his 3rd inning of work now after he saw 5 come up to the plate an inning ago. 1 came across and scored. And now he will see 1, 2, and 3 due up in the rhythm order. They throw down. We're just about set again. Miles so far has recorded 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Has given up 2 runs on 1 hit officially. That 1 hit was the ground rule double. Last inning plagued him with the walks. He gave up too many free passes and can't do it in a game that's going to be this low scoring against a team this talented.
You just can't give away free bases, man. A couple other scores. Madisonville leads Fulton 4-2, and Henderson leads Paducah 2-1 still in that game. And Henderson's probably watching scoreboards, too, to see how the Hoppers are doing.
They want first so bad. They are making a run for it, but the Hoppers keep on winning. Need the win here again tonight. First pitch in the inside corner, pins it for a strike.
Beautiful, beautiful start to the at-bat.
Nice dart throw. And now it's an 0-1 count. So Blanchard, who will lead things off. He's up for the 4th time today. Curveball misses in the dirt for ball 1. Blanchard is technically 0 for 3. He reached last time on a fielder's choice. Came around and scored off the ground rule double from the man on deck, Hudson Separullo. Next pitch lifted up on the right side into the outfield, and Easton Beatty is camped underneath it. There's one away. Easy fly ball again, something we brought up outside of, I guess, Separullo. The rest of them have kind of been easy fly balls out.
Yes, they have. However, Separullo yanked one over the right fielder's Beatty's head a while ago. He never had a shot at that.
Yeah, look at Beatty right now,
Yeah.
backing up. I don't
Yeah.
blame you because he just got over his head. First pitch to the at-bat is a ball. Nothing he could have done with that. He leaped and still almost got to it after rushing backwards.
Yeah.
And
Your first step was back. It just wasn't enough. The ball was just whistled.
there's another one out towards center field, right center-ish, and that one's shallow. And Chance Sweeney has got it for out number 2. Quickly, 2 are put away for Jaden Miles as he faces the 3rd batter in the order, Gabe Jenkins. Jenkins is 1 for 3 with a single all the way back in the 1st inning. He's followed that up with a pop out to the second baseman, Gavin Powell, and a strikeout swinging. He's finally set, standing 6-2 in the right-handed box. Miles delivers a pitch. It swings at the first one. It's over on the right side. Good chase from Beatty. He'll catch it right over the chalk for the 3rd out. What a quick top half of the inning.
Like
and
that.
exactly what you want. 3 up, 3 down. We check the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. Rhythm lead the Hoppers 3-1 as we head to stretch time here at Tiger Field.
The Farm.
Bottom of the 7th here at Tiger Field. Rhythm lead the Hoptown Hoppers 3-1. And would I like to say Merry Christmas to the Hoppers? You just got a gift. As a starting pitcher, Ryan Sweeney has been shut down after going 6 innings. He had given up only 1 run on 4 hits, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. That's close to the Hoppers' season high 15, which was in their first game against the full count Rhythm. Now the new pitcher, and number 26, Jack Cohen, a lefty standing 5'9". Just finished up at Knights Academy High School, committed to play at Belmont next year. And ready to now deal for the Hoppers. It will be 7, 8, 9 due up in the order. Start to pull up the stats for Cohen on the season. He's gone 3 times this year, one of them against the Hoppers, and that one appearance against Hoptown. He went 3 1/3, giving up 3 runs, all earned on 3 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. On the season, not too much different. It's 5 runs on 3 hits, 6 walks, and 8 strikeouts. So, been pretty solid for the most part. About middle of the road. Nothing to rave home about, but nothing to hang your head on either whatsoever. He's going to be a consistent pitcher.
Yeah, and I'm going to say like you did. I'm kind of glad not to see number 18 back out there on the mound. I don't know. It didn't look like he was laboring at all, but maybe they have a restriction or something on him. But
I mean,
he was setting us down pretty easy.
Yeah, he was. As a general baseball fan, he was fun to watch. I'm sure even like the home Hoptown fans can go away and say, yeah, he was something really good to watch, even though we're really happy not to have him anymore because you probably have a better chance against Cohen.
Let's see what Gavin Powell can do here. A couple of strikeouts against Sweeney earlier tonight.
First pitch from Cohen is right down the middle. Powell swings through it for strike one. As you mentioned, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Played at Wren Lake. Battling the Belmont commit right now. Lefty and righty matchup. 0-1 delivery coming now. It's downstairs for ball one.
You know, this is another guy who hasn't seen live pitching in a while.
Yeah.
And it may take him a few games to get back into the rhythm of things.
The 1-1 to the plate. Swing and miss again. 1-2 is a count. And it's not even just speeding up your hands, speeding up your swing, but speeding up your eyes as well just to catch up with it. 1-2 the count to Powell as the lefty Cohen sets. Pitch to the plate, sits him down on strikes to begin his outing. 1 away, as there's now 10 strikeouts through the Hoppers order. That brings up Easton Beatty.
Gavin goes off, though, and he immediately talks to Beatty, and now he's talking to Hayes about what he saw up there. So you like to see that communication. You don't want to hang your head and just drag your bat back to the dugout. You know, you're still trying to help your teammates. We're trying to figure this thing out.
That's still doing your job at that point.
Absolutely.
Sure, I couldn't get on to help that way, but I'll help you guys get on. Easton Beatty, first pitch started to go around, held up. They'll say he did as it missed downstairs for a ball.
I think the Hoppers got away with one there, but we'll take it.
Take what you can get at this point. Beatty 0 for 2 with a ground down, a strikeout. He's 1 of the 10 so far today. 1-0 delivery from Cohen. Ran way outside for a ball. 2-0 is the count.
402 is the announced crowd tonight for this ball game tonight. Good crowd there.
The 2-0 delivery from Cohen runs off the plate outside again. He missed a release side, and it's a 3-0 count.
And that 402 would like the Hoppers to get something going here as the Cardiac kids are about ready for their cue here.
Reed Hayes stands on deck. Top of the order with Hayden Hunt would be due up after him. Cohen now set from the stretch, even though no one's on. Pitch to the plate, and nails the corner for a called strike. 3-1 the count.
May not have really been it, but he hit the spot. The catcher set up out there, and he hit the spot.
Definitely helps you get the call right
Yep.
there. It's a 3-1 to the plate. Beatty thought about it. Doesn't matter. It's called belt high for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Beatty, looking to get on for the first time today. He did play last time we were in Hendersonville. He went 0 for 3 against full count, and he reached with a walk, though. Cohen looks in, and now readies. Deals the full count pitch, and it ran enough inside where I think it actually might have hit Beatty.
I think it did too.
And so he's on with the free base. Either way, no matter what, will go down as a hit by pitch, it seems.
Beatty got robbed of that base hit back in the second inning. The shortstop Brown made a great backhanded play in the hole there. It's good to see him get on base.
Absolutely. Finally getting on for the first time today. Reed Hayes comes up, who's gotten on once. He reached on a walk back in the third inning and came around to score as the Hoppers' only run so far in this game. His other at-bat was a ground out to the second baseman, Ryder Blanchard. He now waits in the right-handed box as the first pitch comes in and misses low and in. Runner takes off. Beatty slides in as the throw was too late, and he's in with the stolen bag.
Good job of base running there by Easton. The ball got away from the catcher just a little bit, but he saw it early, got a good read on it. Takes a base.
Reed Hayes with a 1-0 count, and now a runner in scoring position for him. He now represents the tying run at the plate, and the go-ahead would be on deck. Long look in from Jack Cohen before he finally now gets set from the stretch. Looks back towards second, now pitches to the plate, and it's at the bottom of the zone for a strike with a fastball. Cohen played for the Artillery Baseball Scout Club team, and with that had a few perfect game showcases. They gave him a perfect game grade of 9, which I'll explain here in a moment if you're unfamiliar. As he now delivers the 1-1. It's right down the middle for a strike. 1-2 is the count. Basically, perfect game through showcases, grade players 1 through 10. And what a 9 means is that he's listed in their category as a potential top 10 round pick and or the highest level college prospect.
Wow.
So that's their definition of a grade 9 player. 1-2 deliver the Reed Hayes. He'll watch it miss in the dirt. Give his account 2-2.
Maybe we're not so glad to see Sweeney leave the ball game then, because it looks like Cohen just as talented.
Very, very talented. He did well against the Hoppers, even though they started to get to him after a little bit last time they faced him. Hoping for the same result here. 2-2 delivery from Cohen, and it misses in the dirt. Gets away from Zeller, but Beatty remains at second with the full count at the plate. Don't want to run into an out at third right now.
No, you don't.
Got to be extra careful.
Especially if you can get Hayes here and get back to the top of the lineup.
Does look like Hunt is standing on deck, so he'll come back up today. Reed Hayes awaits the full count pitch. Cohen to the plate with it, and he'll foul it off into the backstop to stay alive.
Yeah, Reed did a good job there spoiling that pitch.
And Hayes hasn't had the chance to show his power. Only has 6 hits and 30 at-bats coming into the game. Been hitting .333 with runners in scoring position, though. Has one standing on second. Only 1 out away here in the bottom of the 7th, and a 3-1 deficit. Pitch from Cohen. Way outside, and it's stopped by Zeller, but there is another walk.
All right, now let's see if Hoptown starts being aggressive on the base pass. Maybe see a bunt attempt here by Hunt. Get people moving around, see if we can put some pressure on the defense, because if we know anything, we know full count has struggled defensively at times this year.
Quick meeting as Zeller and the first baseman, Hudson Saparulo, walks over to talk to Jack Cohen. And, yeah, runners on first and second to the top of the lineup with Hayden Hunt, who's 0 for 3 with a hat trick of strikeouts, but definitely a guy who can just turn around the snap of a finger.
Chance Sweeney talking to Hunt now. There's a veteran talking to a guy who hasn't been at this level very much. It's good to see that.
Zeller walks back to await the first pitch of the at-bat behind the plate. And Hunt steps into the right-handed box. He's been batting .250 with runners in scoring position in his short life with the Hoppers this summer.
And Hoppers crowd starting to get into it just a little bit here.
They're perking up for the hometown kid. First pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. And again, you don't know how many more times you're going to come up. Hunt would love to end his time here on a great note. The 1-0 pitch misses low and away. Beatty thought about going off and will hold up about halfway down the third and retreat back to second.
Yeah, again, you don't want to make that out at third base, especially with 2, 3, and 4 on the way here. Hopefully Hayden can get on.
2 balls, no strikes. You can be a little selective right now. Cohen waits and now finally fires, and that one right below the knees over the heart of the plate for a ball. 3-0 is the count to Hunt. You got to be sitting dead red on one spot.
Yeah, he's going to be I think he'll be taken all the way here.
So you should have the red light. If not, it's pretty much a home run ball that you have to swing at or nothing. 3-0 pitch to the plate. He did have the red light. It's called a strike. So he's finally back in the zone with Sweeney's again standing on deck.
Hayden's had some tough at-bats already tonight. He may be taken here as well.
Hoptown faithful getting into it. The 3-1 pitch to Hunt. And that one misses down low. Bases are loaded for the Hoppers. Tying run stands in scoring position, and the go-ahead now on first.
A lesson to younger players when you're having a tough night. You can't think about what you've done the previous at-bats. You've got to go back up there and put all that behind you. Good at-bat there by Hayden, and loads the bases up here.
Here's a meeting now with one of the coaches from Full Count. Goes to talk to Cohen. Again, it'll be bases loaded for Chance Sweeney, who's 0 for 3, which now means he's 0 for 12 against Full Count. Looking for his first hit against them. He's got the tying run on second, the go-ahead on first, and you go back to last night. He came up in the 9th inning, bring us the 2 RBI go-ahead single, and had a 3 for 4 evening as well. He was the bright spot in that game against Paducah.
He's got a chance to do it here again. It's funny because he was talking to Hayden, and now Hayden is at first base talking to Sweeney. So telling him what he saw.
And Sweeney, near hometown, is from Russellville, Kentucky. Plays for Auburn Montgomery now. He's gotten 9 RBIs so far this year. He's batting .417 with runners in scoring position. Bases juiced and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Hoppers trail by 2. First pitch swinging, and he'll miss for strike 1.
Yeah, Sweeney was trying to clear them all with that one.
Tried putting a grand salami up on the scoreboard. Rhythm 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. Hoppers 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error.
Hopper crowd clapping into this ball game right now, trying to help out the home team.
The lefty Cohen to the lefty Sweeney, who swings through it again, and he's in an 0-2 hole. On deck is Dom Hartman, who has the 1 RBI so far off a single back in the 2nd inning.
Gotta have a ball put in play here.
Gotta have something
Absolutely
good.
have to have one.
Looking to lift one into right field at the very least. 0-2 delivery from Cohen to the plate, and hits left for a called strike on the outside portion. Sweeney sat down looking. That brings up Dom Hartman with 2 outs in the inning and bases still loaded. You go back a few innings ago to the 2nd when the Hoppers had their first 2 guys get on, a runner on 3rd with no outs. Couldn't bring anyone across. This is a moment again where you don't score here, and that could screen toast in this game.
Yeah, in this kind of game, boy, you have to take advantage of those opportunities.
Hartman's first pitch of the at-bat, high and away for ball 1. Hartman enters the at-bat with a team-high 21 RBIs. He's recorded 18 hits, 4 doubles, and is batting .407 with runners in scoring position. Cohen now set from the stretch to lefty, fires, and it's down in the dirt, blocked by Zeller for ball 2.
See, I think Sweeney swung at the first pitch that he saw, and I thought it was a ball, and then it kind of set him up for the rest of his at-bat, and now Hartman is ahead in the count, which is what Hunt did as well.
Looking to give the Hoppers something right now. You need it at this point, as full count would only have 6 outs remaining. The 2-0 pitch, Hartman lifts it over on the right side and out of play, foul for strike 1. I think you take the lead, you probably bring Miles out for one more and start warming up Woodward.
Absolutely.
Definitely expects to have a chance to come into this game tonight. Be shocked if you wouldn't go to him. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs with bases loaded. Cohen the pitch. Outside. It's a called strike.
That
wow.
ball was way outside.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Right there, the Hartman. That evens the count. 2-2 with 2 outs and bases still loaded in the bottom of the 7th. The trail 3-1. Right now, the biggest spot of the game at the plate for the Hoppers. Military Appreciation Night. The pitch to the plate. Out of play backwards, and he'll stay alive. You can feel it right now here at Tiger Field. The fans are holding their breath with every pitch.
They are. So am I. I'd like to see Dom get one a line drive here to find the grass out there.
Looking to make another comeback, which at this point most of their wins have been comeback fashion.
With Hayden at first, if it's hit at all out there in the grass, he may score.
The 2-2 is left right down the middle for a strikeout. Cohen's pumped up as he'll leave the bases stranded. We check the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. Hoppers trail 3-1 as we head to the 8th here on 95.3 The Farm.
The Farm.
Top of the 8th, the Hoppers had bases loaded, but nothing came across. They trail 3-1 to the full count Rhythm. Join us here in the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth as Hoppers looking to make another comeback win. That's how they earned their victory last night against the Paducah Chiefs. And with that, they'll bring in a new pitcher, not 100% who it is right now on the mound. The Hoppers are sporting specialty uniforms, and I'm not going to lie, kind of looks like Hayden Hunt is out there.
It does look like Hunt.
Say, I thought it was number 30. It looks like Hayden Hunt. He'll come in from the shortstop position. And, yeah, he'll now be pitching in his final appearance with the Hoppers. He comes in for his Blazer teammate, Jaden Miles. And he'll face 4, 5, 6 in the full count order.
See if I can pick up a number of the shortstop now.
Tell you a second.
I would
yeah,
assume that's going to be Powell that moved. It is. Powell moved over to short.
Looks like maybe Slaughter over at second. It does obviously mean that defensive alignments have been changed. As Miles in this game, he went about 3 innings into this one. Gave up 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 walks, and had 1 strikeout. Now we throw down and we look at who we've got coming up to the plate for a full count. It'll be Nathan Rowland, the leadoff batter, number 34. He's 0 for 2 with a walk back in the first inning. And now Reddy's up in the right-handed box to face the UHA Blazer, committed to play for the Sycamores of Indiana State, Hayden Hunt. First pitching appearance of the year. Hunt through the windup. First pitch in a Hoppers uniform, down low for a ball. I was waiting for the game changer to tell us what it was. Powell did move over the shortstop, and at second they have listed second base, so they don't have a name there yet.
I think it's Carson Knowles, maybe number 6.
Swing and miss there.
They
for
have
the first strike.
They have the Olivet jerseys on tonight, and they're a little bit hard to read, but
Yeah.
I think it's a 6. I think that's Carson Knowles, but I don't know that for sure.
You think, and I promise at this point I usually just look at them without the numbers and tell who it is, but next pitch comes in. Curveball finds the zone for a called strike. 1-2 is the count. You usually just look up and tell, but 1, the jerseys are really throwing me off, and 2, there is some turnover now on the roster yet again.
Yep.
The 1-2 pitch from Hayden Hunt. He'll throw him a chair and sit him down on K. There it is. Rowland's down with a strikeout.
Now, what you and other people who have not seen Hayden pitch this year, he struck out 13 against Campbellsville in the All-A semifinals back in early May when they won the All-A state tournament. And that was probably the best he's looked. But that curveball there was back to the way it hit. It was snapped off there real good, and then the fastball had some pop on it too.
First pitch, next at bat. Fastball low, below the knees for a ball. So his first, batter face, we sat down the Mercer player with a strikeout. Now delivers the 1-0, and that one misses outside for a 2-0 count to Tate Dickinson, who's 0 for 2 with a walk his last time up. He came around and was the 3rd run of this game after there were no hits in that 6th inning. 2-0, swing and miss, and it's a 2-1 count now.
He just reared back and fired that one.
Hey, might as well. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Whatever's working. Dickinson resets, standing 6-2 in the right-hand box as Hunt works through the windup. The 2-1 delivery, fastball down low and outside for the 3rd ball. 3-1 the count with 1 out and no one on in the 8th inning. On deck is Jay Fuller in the 6th hole. Hunt delivers. It's lifted up on the right side and will be plenty out of play for strike 2. Count runs full as Hunt's lurking to get out of this one quickly, bring his team back into the dugout with 6 outs remaining to make yet another comeback.
And Hayden has the confidence to throw that curveball right here. We'll see what happens.
The full count pitch, fastball fouled off. So we'll do it all over. He sawed that one over on the right side. And the pitcher's duel has continued into even the 8th inning at this point. The Hoppers now with 3 pitchers up with Hayden duel. Rhythm have thrown 2. Full count down in the dirt, and there's a walk.
Yeah, he threw the curve, but just couldn't get it in for the strike.
Dickinson has reached on back-to-back walks for him. Jay Fuller, the new batter, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. His last time up, he was struck out looking by Jaden Miles. Now he will ready up in the left-handed box.
At Henderson, the Chiefs have rallied, and it's tied up 3-3.
Be an interesting finish between 2 and 3 in the Ohio Valley League.
Sure would, yep.
Pitch downstairs at the bottom of the well for a ball. 1-0 the count. Hunt is yet to get a first pitch strike. 1-0, runner thought about it and then held up. That was a nice secondary. Pitch was way outside. Harmon saved it from going to the backstop. 2-0 is the count. Yeah, thought about it. He would have easily taken off if that one got past Harmon. As he's now the battery with Hunt. 2-0 pitch. Started to go around, and he did not hold up in time. There's a strike on that one. And now the count 2 balls and 1 strike to Jay Fuller. Enters the game with a .310 batting average. Recorded 6 RBIs so far this year. He's in the transfer portal after spending his first year with the UHB Blazers. 2-1 pitch is lifted on the left side and out of play. Count evens 2-2. So kind of one Blazer to another. Just one's a high school Blazer, one's a collegiate Blazer.
That's right. That's right. That's a good point.
On deck is the catcher, Jackson Zeller, who, power to him, has stuck through this one after taking a few tough ones in the very beginning of the game. Pickoff move over the first, gets away from Connor Scheidt, but doesn't run away too much. That ball actually hit the runner, Tate Dickinson, as he slid back in. I think he threw it and hit it right off his hand.
So, yeah,
and he threw that thing hard over there.
He did. He made a good throw there, and
Oh, that's awful.
May have got him in the rib.
Oh.
Because he was diving back in. Yeah, that's.
Then you just feel it throughout the whole
Oh,
body.
yeah.
He's trying to walk it off.
Hard to breathe after that.
And he now returns back to first base. And, yeah, hopefully he's all okay. That one definitely never feels great.
No. Makes it hard to want to steal now, though.
Runner on first, 1 out, 2-2 counting here in the top of the 8th inning. Now the pitch from Hunt. Runner takes off for seconds down in the dirt, and Harmon cannot collect it to throw. There's a stolen base after getting hit for Tate Dickinson. That's his second stolen base of the game. It's his way of saying, take that for hitting me. I don't appreciate it.
That's right.
Count 3-2. As Hunt now sets from the stretch. Looks back towards second. Now fires toward the plate. The Fuller, who'll swing and miss, and there's 2 strikes. Oh, he tipped it. Oh, I
thought he swung over top of it as well.
I thought he swung right over top of it, yeah.
Hanging in there, isn't he? Like a loose tooth.
Staying alive and trying to continue the top of the 8th with some insurance added for the rhythm. Seppo move from Hunt. No throw over. Not ready again. Full count. Pitch to the plate from Hunt. Fuller will foul it off again. He is giving Hunt all the problems at the plate right now. What do you go with to even get this guy out? He's fouling off everything.
Yeah, I know, and you can't. He tried off speed, and he ripped one foul over here on the side, so you got to be careful with him. Because right now, anything in the grass, I think Dickinson scores, and you really can't give up another run here.
3-2 over on the left side, Sky High. Good chase from the left fielder, Reed Hayes, but he'll run out of room as it's out of play past the Hoptown bullpen. Count remains full, and Dickinson remains on second. He definitely score if there's one put up in a gap. He's gotten 2 stolen bases on the year, but hasn't been caught stealing. Now with 4 stolen bases after his 2 today, I should say. He's already doubled that number.
Hayden's got to go with whatever his best pitch is right here.
Full count again. Goes to that curveball, and it just misses the zone. Harmon is really confused. They'll say he swung on it. There's your strikeout. There's 2 down for Hunts.
Yeah,
they finally checked down for it. Took them a while. They thought that was just going to be a called strike.
They did, and checked the third base umpire, and he said, yes, sir, he did go. I think it was a good call.
I think there was going to be a mutiny from the Hoptown fans if that was not an out. So still now a runner on second with 2 out. Jackson Zeller up at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Steps into the right-handed box as Hunt now sets from the stretch and delivers. Pitch goes to the backstop, and both the runner on second will advance, and Harmon finally picks it up. 1-0 the count with a runner now 90 feet away off the wild pitch.
Don't need that.
Again, mistakes come back and bite you real big in these type of games where it's a low-scoring affair, pitcher's duel, and can't give up any free bases. The 1-0 swung on and missed for strike 1.
Good pitch by Hayden. He came back, got up underneath his hands. He couldn't catch up to it.
Now ready, the even 1-1 count. Pitch to the plate. Goes to that curveball that just misses the inside corner. And now they count 2-1.
Hoptown wanted that call as well.
They know how dire this situation is right now. Looks like it ran off the plate for a ball, but was real close. 2-1 pitch, goes glove side with a fastball and misses again. Count 3-1. Technically, you have a bag open.
Yep.
But you still got to be careful.
Well, you got to be careful with Suggs, too. He's hit the ball hard each time he's been up.
Hunt now set as he is ready to deliver his 23rd pitch of the outing. Deals, and it's a called strike, and there's another full count.
Well, once again, Hayden's got to go to his best pitch here.
Had the long strung out at bat, and Jay Fuller with a full count finally put him down with the K. 3-2 again, starts to go around. It's a called strike 3, and that will do it for the inning. 3 strikeouts for Hayden Hunt's pitching debut with the Hoppers as we check the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. Hoppers trail 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
.3 The Farm. Playing country favorites for Hopkinsville, Oak Grove, and Fort Campbell.
Bottom of the 8th here at Tiger Field. Hoptown Hoppers trail 3-1 to the full count rhythm. We just saw Hayden Hunt come in, and after there had only been 1 strikeout in the game against the rhythm lineup, he tripled that with 3 in the inning and set down the rhythm with only 4 batters coming up. Hoppers with 6 out remaining, looking to make yet again another comeback. They'll face a new pitcher on the mound for the full count rhythm. Mahoney Donick, number 35, a sophomore out of Nashville, Tennessee, standing 6'2" as a righty, comes in to deliver. He also faced the Hoppers last time we were there, and of course the Hoppers were able to get the best of him and win that game.
Well, now's about the time. Get a few here. Put up a crooked number. Scores around the league. Madisonville leads Fulton 6-5 in the 7th inning, and Henderson leads Paducah now 4-3. They're in the 8th.
Now just about set for action here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Donick pitched over at Denison D3 school up in Ohio. He went 11 appearances there with a 4.01 ERA and 33.2 innings of work. Of course, Denison just won the D3 national title. We've got a few national champs in the area, of course. You got him. You got Tennessee Westland.
Yeah.
Jaden Miles committed to play there. And, of course, so much fun. The College World Series at the Division I level going on. Oklahoma beat North Carolina today. And just because we're rattling them all off, the D2 winner was Tampa for the 3rd time in 4 years.
Yeah, it's becoming a routine with them, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they a crazy program. They pull a lot of great dudes out of the transfer portal, and win is what they do. At the plate will be Connor Scheidt, as we'll see 4-5-6 up for the Hoppers. Donick, the righties, first pitch, fastball down the middle for strike one. Connor Scheidt this evening is 2 for 3. He has a pair of singles. His last time was a ground out right back to the pitcher. Now that pitch runs inside with a fastball. Glove side miss for a 1-1 count. As the lefty Scheidt takes a moment to step out and reset here for the next pitch. And this is Scheidt's first appearance against a full count rhythm this summer. And he's got a .308 batting average entering the game. Pitch runs inside again with a fastball. 2-1 is the count.
Connor looked really good his first 2 at-bats. But that last one, he was behind early in the count, and he ended up chopping the ball to the pitcher that tagged him on the first base line.
Goes to that curveball that dances on the outside corner for a called strike.
That's a pretty pitch right there.
That had a lot of top spin and break. Dead of night right now. Light's the only thing giving us vision at Tiger Field, and the Hoppers looking to make the most of this situation. 2-2, swung on and missed. It's a drop third strike. Zeller picks it up and will throw down for the out. Yet again, another strikeout for the Hoptown Hoppers. They've been now sat down 13 times with the K. They are 2 away from tying their season high 15, which was also against the full count rhythm in their first appearance against each other. Nick Johnson, the new batter, a DH in the 5 spot, is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. His last time was a really good battle, and he eventually got on with a walk. Pitch called a strike at the knees.
One thing tonight that I think has been key is that full count's been able to start every batter just about off with a strike. They're always ahead in the count.
Swing and miss 0-2 count.
And the Hoppers have been behind a lot tonight in the count.
I mean, first pitch strikes are monumental. There's a reason it's preached and taught so heavily, and you follow it so often at every level. 0-2 pitch outside with the curveball. 1-2 the count to Johnson.
Tell you what, Mike Finch is just a wealth of knowledge here. He says Donick's dad, Willie, of 102.5 FM in Nashville. He played basketball at Vandy in the early 90s.
There you go.
Look at Mike Finch. He's making his money tonight. He's earning his money tonight, isn't he?
The more the merrier. Previous pitch downstairs for a ball. 2-2 count comes in and will hit Nick Johnson. He's on for the second straight time with a free base. That one a hit by pitch, though. The 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mark Harmon will be the batter.
We're going to get a pinch runner.
It looks like Cade Wall is running out there. The run for Nick Johnson.
Number 1, Cade Wall will come in to pinch run.
Wall's got lots of speed.
Yes, he does.
Got 7 stolen bases. He collected 5 in one game.
Wow.
This year. That's a game high this season for the Hoptown Hoppers, a 5 stolen base game. So he'll run for Johnson with Harmon, the man at the dish. Mr. Clutch with 2 RBIs this season, both go-ahead fashion.
I thought he got one down in right field back in the 6th, but he was robbed out there.
Over the right side, out of play. Wall took off for it.
A little hit and run going on there. Hopper's trying to make something happen here.
Harmon's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a fly out to right field.
Tate Dickinson made a great play.
Yeah.
Back in the 6th.
No balls, 1 strike as Donick readies and throws back over the first. Wall slides in without a tag being applied. So we look to focus our attention again on Mark Harmon for the Hoptown Hoppers. He gets something rolling here in the bottom of the 8th inning with 5 outs remaining to make a comeback. 0-1 pitch. Grounder over on the left side is stopped by the third baseman. Suggs throw the second, and it goes into the outfield. Wall takes off for third, and there's no throw over. Runners on the corners.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
Harmon reaches technically on a fielder's choice, and Wall goes all the way around on a bad throw. Gavin Powell will be the batter with the tying run standing on first base. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Oh, it looks like there might be actually a little change here. Chris Benny is coming out. Yes, there is a pinch runner. Alex McGuire will run in place of Mark Harmon now. So we've seen 2 pinch runners.
McGuire has a lot of speed as well. So a lot of speed on the base pass here. Watch and see if they can try to get McGuire to second. Then maybe Gavin can get one down and drive a couple of runs in here.
Yeah, it's a hometown kid in his first appearance with the Hoppers this summer. He has runners on the corners with 1 out and trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch from Donick goes upstairs to the backstop. Here comes Wall to the plate. One's going to score. 3-2 is your score, and McGuire moves into scoring position in the second.
Ball just got away from Donick there. I thought actually it was going to bounce back off the wall and come back. It was thrown so hard, but it got into that net and kind of died out back there.
An insane wild pitch in a brutal spot because now the tying run is in scoring position with Alex McGuire with a lot of speed out there. Powell a chance to tie things up. 1-0 pitch. Misses at the eyes again. 2-0 is the count after the fastball. He tried high. On deck is Easton Beatty. Looks like they'll bring in Brendan Mueller, though. It's a pinch hit for him. Donick, the 2-0 delivery, goes to a curveball that misses at the bottom of the well. 3 balls, no strikes. Got to be selective right now when this pitch comes in.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be taken all the way here.
Don't know if they gave him the hard red light, but you pretty much got to have it in this spot.
Yeah,
it's pretty hard not to.
You absolutely do.
3 balls, no strikes. Donick to the plate, and he'll miss. Oh, no. Called strike. Got ahead of myself, excuse me.
Well, it looked like it almost looked like it bounced off the plate because the catcher Zeller had a hard time handling, but he missed it in the transfer.
3-1 now the count to Gavin Powell. Fired the pitch to the plate, and there's a called strike that nails the corner. Count runs full.
Got to get this ball over on the right side here.
Hoppers looking to remain in first place. They take on the 4th place full count Rhythm and trail by a run. Pitch now from Donick on the full count, and it's at the belt for a called strike 3. He's got the golden sombrero. 4 Ks on Powell's night. We'll bring up a pinch hitter. Brendan Mueller will come up in place of Easton Beatty. And we saw long ago, Brendan Mueller had back-to-back at-bats with back-to-back home runs, and he jacked them all the way out towards right field. Could use some of that power right here. Hasn't gotten a home run since. He was in last night against Paducah. In his evening, he went 0 for 3 with a walk and had Reed Hayes come in the pinch hit for him. He's the man that stands on deck. So Mueller now a 6-foot lefty, finally ready in the box with 2 outs and the tying run 180 away. It's Alex McGuire standing out there as Donick, the righty, delivers first pitch. Mueller goes swinging and cannot connect. It's strike 1. Mueller on the summer is 1 for 4 against the full count Rhythm. We talked about that 9th inning last time they faced the Rhythm that they ended up putting up 3 runs and taking the lead to win that game, and they got some help from the full count defense with a couple of errors. The 0-1 swing and miss again for Mueller. Yeah, he's behind 0-2.
He just reared back and thrown the last 2 past him.
Mueller's not been able to catch up to it. Already been 2 strikeouts in the inning. It was a strikeout, a hit by pitch, and then a fielder's choice with no outs, and then a backwards K for Gavin Powell. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch to the plate, and there's another strikeout. 3 in the inning, but 1 run comes across as we check the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. Hoppers now only trail 3-2. They've got 3 runs to make the comeback, but we will see if they can hold the rhythm right where they're at when we return in the top of the 9th.
Your home for country's greatest hits. 95.3 The Farm. WHOP HD2 Hopkinsville.
Top of the 9th as the Hoppers have getting close to running out of chances here. Lots of changes in the Hoppers lineup as they're going to put Evan Woodward into to Woodward here to pitch in the 9th. But McCartan is now catching for the Hoppers. It looks like Wall is at second base now for Hoptown. Let's see. Anybody else that you guys see as changes out in the field? I know we must have had something. Hard to tell with these uniforms and so far out.
Yeah, I mean, these lights don't do much justice as well. Yeah, bringing McCartan with Woodward, the typical situation with the battery between him and Evan Woodward. They play at Saginaw Valley State together.
First pitch misses inside for ball 1.
Believe Hayden Hunt moved from pitching out towards right field in place of Beatty, who got pinch hit for by Brennan Mueller.
That's what it looks like too, yep.
And that's it for the changes.
Woodard's curveball misses outside, and it's 2-0. Suggs has had an interesting night. He flew out to right field, had a single back in the 5th, grounded hard down to third base in the 6th, was retired. Fouls this one off out of play, and it's 2-1.
And not that it's the 8th inning, but Woodward comes into a very similar situation as his last outing against Full Count Rhythm. He came in the 8th inning with the Hoppers trailing, was looking not for a save, but for the win, and he got it.
Blows that one past him.
He got the save last night as well, is now 3 for 3 in those save opportunities, as he entered with a 3-run lead against Paducah in the bottom of the 9th.
2-2 the count right now on Cam Suggs, and he swings and misses, and there's one gone here in the top of the 9th.
Beautiful piece of pitching right there. There's strikeout, I want to say number 11 for Woodward this summer.
So Barrett Brown will bat here. Barrett had a single. He's walked and scored, and he popped out to third base.
Also looks like 4 consecutive batters that have been put down with a strike for the Full Count Rhythm.
Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1. That one on the outside corner to the lefty. Evan Woodard trying to get the Hoppers back into the dugout for one more shot here.
You got to feel good with a 1-run deficit at this point.
Feels better than 3-1, that's for sure.
Yeah, it feels a whole lot better. So at least you're looking to grab 1 run, and even if it's sudden death, it's better than a loss immediately.
Woodard pitch there, misses high, and it's 2-1 now to Barrett Brown. 9th man in the lineup, the leadoff man, Ryder Blanchard, is due up next. This one swung on and missed. He took a little off of that one. It was out there on the outside. And it's 2-2. Hoppers, if you're wondering, they're going to go 9-1-2 to start the last inning. They are going to get back to the top of the lineup. But first, we have to take care of this. 2-2, the count to Brown with 1 out here in the 9th. And the pitch is hit hard and long into right field. That one in the park may not hold it, and it won't. Solo home run for Barrett Brown as he got all that one. And Hayden Hunt could do nothing but get to the wall and watch. That is a big run, ladies and gentlemen.
Might be a dagger. He smoked that thing.
He did. Hit it a long way. So it makes it 4-2 now.
It's like a pinch hitter coming up for full count rhythm. It's Kaysen Hill, the bat, in place of Ryder Blanchard.
So Kaysen Hill making his first appearance tonight. Nobody on and 1 out. That was a big run scored there with the homer by Barrett Brown.
I want to say I think that's the first home run that Woodward has given up this summer in 7 previous appearances.
Pitch on the way here. Chopped down toward first base. Woodward will glove it and tag the runner out on the way to first. So there's 2 gone here. 2 1-U's tonight. You don't see that very often.
No.
We had 2 of them tonight. So 2 gone here in the top of the 9th, and that brings up Separulo, Hudson Separulo, and he is his 2-run double really is the difference in this game today.
It is, yeah. I mean, that ground rule double is the difference between winning and losing at this point.
Trying to stay away and goes way outside. Gets back to the backstop. 1-0 the count now to Separulo. Hopper's crowd anticipating. Hope the cardiac kids can do it again. Off speed is in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Hoptown leads the OVL by a half game. But Henderson leads Paducah 5-4 late in that one. Here's a ball drilled into right field again. Hayden Hunt will come in and he'll play it off the bounce. And a base hit for Separulo.
You just got to shake that one off. Nothing too much hurt in that situation if you're able to get out of it within the next 2 batters. If not, you're going to feel the pressure.
Yes, you are.
Even if this guy gets on with Roland on deck.
Jenkins has been on once today. He had a single back in the first. Struck out once. He's popped out to second. And he flew out to right field his last time up. On the line, if I remember right, he was right over on the chalk. This one's outside for ball 1.
The Hoppers are going to really need something in the bottom half of the inning. They've been undefeated at home in front of this crowd, and, well, they're in danger of their first loss at Tiger Field.
Hunt normally doesn't play right field, and maybe that could have been a factor in that last hit.
Yeah.
So he looked a little unsure there.
Those are the ones that are really tough to play. I think the other reason keeping him out there is that he's on deck when
Yes,
we
he
flip
is.
the order, so you have to keep him in pretty
Yeah.
much no matter what.
1-1 the count as Jenkins swung through. Yeah, you do really need to get Hayden's speed because he could be the tying run if given the chance. Inside there for ball 2.
I'm sure he'd prefer to be the winning run.
Yeah, absolutely. But thanks to Barrett Brown, that's not going to be the case. Two on the count now on Gabe Jenkins. Pitch on the way. Little off-speed offering there is in for a strike, and it's 2-2. You know, for a pitcher's duel, this game has really been a longer game than you would normally expect for a 4-2.
No kidding. They've dragged this one on.
2-2 the count. Tries to come inside, and Jenkins just gets a piece of it.
That's the reason why it's been so long.
A lot of foul balls.
Long fights at the
Yep.
plate,
Yep.
which, don't get me wrong, they've all been really good and they've been fun to watch, but that is why this game's taken so long.
It is.
No one's going down without a really good battle.
That's true. So 2-2, Deuces Wild out there on the board with 2 out and the pitch on the way. Right down the middle, catches him looking. And the Hoppers have 3 outs. They're going to try to have to come back and pick up 2 here to tie as Barrett Brown's solo homer here in the 9th makes it 4-2 as we check the Michael Venable State Farm scoreboard. Back with the Hoppers' last chance after this. Bottom of the ninth, and the Cardiac Kids are at it again here, as they will have to score 2 to tie, 3 to win here in the ninth, as they'll face a new pitcher, Jim Dowdett, in for the full count rhythm here.
I mean, it would be the most Hoppers thing in the world right now to make a comeback.
It really would, yes.
Wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. I'll tell you what, though, Barrett Brown's solo homer, he scored twice tonight, but that solo homer there in the top of the ninth could have been the dagger.
I think it'd be even more painful if only one run came
Yeah.
across here, and that
Yep.
was it.
I think you're right. Leading off for the Hoppers, Reed Hayes.
Oh, it looks like Hampton's going to come
It
in
is
and
going to be
hit
Zach
for him.
Hampton. He sure
I
is.
was wondering if they're going to let him go because last night Reed Hayes did well. He brought in the 6th run of the game in the 9th inning, so he came up and performed when needed in the 9th. They'll give Hampton the chance here, though, who also performed in the 9th inning and ended up tying that game at 3-3 when he stole home.
Just about everybody that's on the rosters played tonight for Hoptown,
It's
seems
another
like.
common Hoptown thing, it feels like, at this point.
So Hampton against Dowdett here in the 9th. See what Hoptown can do. First pitch on the way. A little submarine action from the lefty. Misses outside.
And
1-0.
Don't you love seeing a 6-foot lefty that's
Don't
a
you?
submarine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems fun.
Yeah, exactly. Hampton waving that bat. He's pretty confident up there. He swings through that one, though, and it's 1-1. Hoptown fans almost expecting a rally here because they've done it so often. Dowdett drops down there really low on that one, and Hampton fouls it off over on the right side, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, the fans definitely know you can't leave without seeing this one through.
That's
You
true.
never know what can happen with this Hoppers team. You watch all the broadcasts on the road, and you're realizing, wow, they win some games that they should not be winning.
They just never quit, do they? This one comes inside, nearly gets him, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, they're full motor front to finish, no matter what.
Dowdett gets it up there pretty good for the lefty. A whole different look here with the submarine style. Comes inside, misses, just missing. Boy, he wanted that one, didn't he? Full
I don't
count.
blame him.
Yeah, looked pretty good from
that
here,
was
didn't it?
borderline. Yeah, that was
Yep.
50. I think you could have called that either way.
Yeah, so it's count full on Hampton.
And I literally jumped back in my seat.
Hampton better be swinging here. He may have got away with one there. Here comes the pitch. He does not go. And they're going to say at first base, no, he did not. And a walk for Hampton to start off the ninth. And here come the Hoppers.
Look at that. Tying run up, and now you're feeling pretty solid about your chances.
And here's Hayden Hunt. He's had a tough night. 3 strikeouts and a walk. But he is a gamer. And this is his time. So let's see what the young man can do from University Heights Academy. Going to Indiana State. Facing the submarine lefty. And this one is in for a strike on the outside corner.
You know, Hunt may have struggled so far today, but you know what they say, it's kind of just how you finish that really matters. So I'll give you a Cardinals reference. Remember David Freese when he hit that
Absolutely.
home run against the Rangers?
How can you forget?
Do you remember what he did the rest of the game?
Not much of anything.
Say exactly. Whether he did great or not,
Yep.
people don't remember.
All you remember is that, don't you?
You remember the final at bat. You remember if you're able to perform. Everything else just got to slide off your back, and you're ready for that next appearance.
That is very, very true. So let's hope Hayden can do something here. I guarantee you this is the first time he's seen a lefty submariner throwing it about 88 or 89 up there at him. Here it comes. He drops down again outside, misses, and it's 1-1. Hoppers have a man on first, trailing 4-2 here in the bottom of the ninth. No out. Hayden Hunt at the plate. Pitch on the way. Outside corner in for a strike, and Hunt's behind in the count 1-2 now. That's the
Make
last
sure you're
appearance of the
protecting.
Hoppers this summer. What's that?
Yeah, make sure you're protecting.
Got to. Yep. Hunt needs to get something going here. Submarine pitcher misses outside, and it's 2-2. Sometimes he drops down. It looks like his knuckle's going to drag across the dirt out there. Did you see that?
It really does. I mean, he drops down, about almost 90 degrees, and then finally brings it back up a little before firing.
Hampton not getting very good jump over at first base, facing the lefty. He won't go here, and Hunt takes one inside and high, and the count is full. A good at bat here for Hayden. He was behind in the count early, and he's worked the count full here.
Good hold as well, as you saw his back foot pick up as
he
it came
wanted
in.
he sure did.
Definitely thought about it.
Well, this is a big pitch right here in the ball game. Checks the runner at first. Pitch to the plate, outside, and he walked him. And the Hoppers have the tying run on.
What a gutsy hold.
Right? Right? How about that? And now Chance Sweeney would love to have a chance to make up for that backwards K he had in the 7th with people on base. In fact, it was bases loaded when he struck out for the second out of the inning. Now we're going to have a little bit of an offensive meeting out here, a little powwow here. What do you think here? You think they may try to, with the Sweeney left-handed, I don't know if you want to try to take third because there's no batter there to really
I wonder if you try to lay one down. I know Sweeney's a really good bat, but he struggled on the night, and you know the third baseman is going to have to stay back a little bit in case of that situation where you do take off for third. I wouldn't be shocked if they're trying to lay one down no matter what on this pitch.
I wouldn't either. Umpire going to come and break it up. So we'll see what's going on here. But the tension meter is rising here at Tiger Field.
The nice part is you have a lot of speed right now, too.
That's right. You do.
Hampton showed it last night. Hunt showed it all high school season.
Yeah. He showed it the other night, too.
Yeah, he did.
Here.
Yeah, he did.
So Chance Sweeney will bat here from the left side. It is showing bunt. And then pulls it back. Nearly gets hit.
I like that idea as well, is to show bunt and just kind of see how they're going to play it.
Yep.
So that you know what to do with the second pitch here. With the fact that he crashed early, they might have him come in, and as soon as he sees him run towards the plate, he'll take off for third.
Yep. Sweeney shows bunt again, showing early. Runners don't go, and he pulls it back and slaps one foul on the left side, and it's 1-1.
I think that might have been the thought, too, because the third baseman didn't crash
he didn't.
On that one like he did the previous pitch, and Hampton started to take an extra hop away from second as if he wanted to go to third but realized he was still just standing right there.
Yep.
So he can't run behind him.
And the runners are going, and they're going to take both of them a steal as the catcher, Zeller, drops the ball back there. It was a strike called, but however, Hunt goes to second, and Hampton takes third on the stolen bases. And now the tying run's in scoring position here for Hoptown with no out in the 9th. And Chance Sweeney with a chance to drive in a couple here. If it makes the grass, I'll guarantee you Hunt is on his horse. Dom Hartman waits on deck for the Hoppers. Sweeney can get on. Things are going to get really interesting right now. Drops down, misses high. 2-2. That one came in right at the shoulder level of Sweeney. Dowd is struggling just a bit here for full count. The Hoppers have not been able to get hits, though, when they get the people in scoring position. And Sweeney fought that one off. That may have been ball 3. But you can't really take a chance on that.
If you think it even has a chance, you might as well be swinging.
Yeah. But all night tonight, the Hoppers have had people in scoring position. They just have not been able to get the hits. Had runners on second and third in the second inning with no out. Did not score. Bases loaded back in the 7th. Did not score. This one's outside, way outside, and works the count full for Sweeney. The Hoppers threaten to load the bases here. Hoppers crowd starting to feel it here, Colin. It's a familiar feel to this ball game. Full count. Pitch is on the way. Sweeney fouls it off into the backstop, and it stays full. As we said, Dom Hartman waits on deck. Dom has an RBI tonight. And the pitch on the way. Inside, comes back right over the plate. I don't know. If I'm full count, I'm going to wonder about that because that looked pretty good. But a walk is issued, and the bases are full for Hoptown with no out. Here in the bottom of the ninth, they trail 4-2.
They've had no one warming up. They're going to let him ride this one out. Definitely going to, you need a meeting right now on the mound with bases loaded, no outs. And what better batter to come up right now than Dom Hartman, the team lead, 21 RBIs, and a chance to bring some in the biggest moment of the season.
You know, teams like this believe. They just keep believing, and they just don't go away. And there's a lot of people down there in Hopper uniforms thinking that this is not surprising to them. They're ready to go. They think they've got a shot here, and you're right. What better one to have up than Dom Hartman?
Yeah, far from over. You got the winning run on first base, and again, it's easy to believe when you've got a lineup top to bottom, 1 through 9, that can constantly hit. They're all so good that you have no other choice than to believe in yourself. It's not like, oh, I might be struggling today, or everyone can flip it around in a switch, and everyone can hit no matter how they've done on any certain day or against whoever they're playing.
Full Count has done a really good job pitching tonight with Hoppers in scoring position, though. They went 3 straight outs with runners on second and third in the second inning. They got a couple of big strikeouts in the 7th with bases loaded. Killed a rally in the 8th with a couple of strikeouts. And here we are, bases loaded. And they just blow it right past Hartman the first pitch.
Ironically, back in that 7th inning, Hartman was the strikeout looking to end that bases loaded jam.
Yes, he was. Dom needs to get one in play here. Pitch on the way. He swings and misses. And he's in the hole 0-2. Connor Scheit is on deck. Connor's had a rough night tonight as well. After he actually had a hit his first 2 at-bats, but the last 2 he struck out and had a weak grounder back to the pitcher right on the foul line that pitcher took care of unassisted. But 0-2 the count now to Hartman. Hoptown third baseman. Pops one into center field. It may get down. It will. One will score. Here comes Hunt. Hunt rounds. They've misplayed it in the outfield. Hunt will tie it up, and we're going to go to third. And there goes Hartman to second. The Hoppers have tied it up on a single by Dom Hartman to center field. How about that, Colin?
I mean, you watch Hartman go into second there, and he was skipping into the bag, fired up, sort of pump fisting over towards his dugout. He knows the absolute critical hit. He just brought his team the comeback hopper to strike again.
They're going to intentionally walk Connor Scheit to get to Cade Wall, who is batting for Nick Johnson. He entered for Nick in the 8th as a pinch runner.
Their first intentional walk of the year.
It is. And the infield is in for full count here as we are tied 4-4. Big 2-run single for Dom Hartman. Still no out here in the bottom of the 9th. And it looks like Hoptown's going to get another pinch runner on.
That'd be Gage Montes running for Connor Scheit.
Gage Montez comes in.
Now running number 13, Gage Montez.
Still no outs in the inning, too.
So Scheit gets it done here. He's now got 3 RBIs tonight. No outs. Tie game. Cade Wall, your batter for the Hoppers. Hoppers fans on their feet. Doubt it is the man for full count. They're going to let him ride here. Bases full of Hoppers. Ball hit into center field. It's going to be shallow, and I don't think that's going to get them in. In fact, nobody tagging there. As Wall's fly ball to center. Caught out there by Fuller. Nobody advances. So one away now.
Now batting number 2, Ryan McCartan.
And Ryan McCartan will bat. Of course, he came in to catch. And how about Ryan McCartan right now? Infield in for full count. Out it. Sinker throws it right past McCartan, and there's one strike. Wouldn't it be nice to get one to the backstop about right now?
That's how they've tied up or taken the lead in most of their comeback games, ironically enough. So wouldn't put it past them. You just got to poke one to the outfield.
Just get it over the infield right now. Fakes a bunt. He does lay down a bunt, and the Hoppers win. McCartan with a sneaky bunt. Chance Sweeney scores, and Hoptown scores 3 here in the bottom of the ninth, and they win it 5-4. What can stop the Cardiac Kids?
They're an unstoppable force right now. There's the water bath over there for McCartan in their first walk-off win of the year. And, yeah, nothing gets past this team.
I'll tell you, it was almost like it's scripted this way every night. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to watch this team the rest of the year. But Hoptown wins it tonight with 3 in the bottom of the ninth. They are now 13-4 on the season. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and wrap this one up tonight. But, wow, Hoppers win. Hops on top. According to Michael Venable's scoreboard, Hoptown 5. Full count rhythm 4.
.3 The Farm.
Well, Ryan McCartan sends the Hoppers fans home happy again tonight as he completes the 3-run rally here in the bottom of the ninth, and the Hoppers come back and beat full count 5-4 tonight. Trailed most of the game, as a matter of fact, and boy, I tell you what, the Cardiac Kids, they strike again, and the Hoppers now 13-4 on the year. I'm sure the people in Henderson are looking at this and going, what in the world?
The only people that are just about as frustrated as the full count team is the Henderson Flash crew.
Correct.
I mean, they just won 5-4.
Yeah.
They just finished their game against the Chiefs. They
Yep.
almost need to come back. But, yeah, Hoppers remain undefeated at home with a fantastic win. That full count, credit to them, played a terrific baseball game here. They were great on the mound and did pretty well at the plate as well.
Yeah, it was tough all night for the Hoppers, but they managed to get it when they needed it, and they win it tonight 5-4. As we check our recap of tonight's game, full count with 4 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Hoptown had 5 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. Hoptown led 1-0 in the third, and then full count got a couple in the fifth, 1 in the sixth to make it 3-1. Hoptown comes back and gets 1 in the bottom of the eighth to make it 3-2, and then we thought this thing might be over as it was a solo home run in the top of the ninth, and that from and again it was another player that was not supposed to start tonight, but Barrett Brown was a late minute starter. He hits a solo homer in right field, and it gave full count a 4-2 lead. What does Hoptown do? They come back with 3 runs, still only 1 out when the actual game-winning hit was made by Ryan McCartan tonight for the Hoptown Hoppers, and they win it as they got 3 runs on a couple of hits and had the bases loaded when the game finished up. But, man, what a game tonight. It's just a fantastic team to watch. Your Hoptown Hoppers still in first place in the OVL as they win it tonight 5-4. 4. Defensive highlight brought to you by Westside Body Shop, Hopkinsville's trusted name since 1968, family owned and operated, located at 2505 Fort Campbell Boulevard. Believe it or not, it's the first play of the game.
Yeah, you got to go a little over 3 hours ago to that first play, the Dom Hartman. It was a rocket over to him, and as we said, I'll say it again, the ball caught him more so.
It did.
He pretty much just opened up his arms. Didn't even really open up his glove, just kind of opened up his arms to catch it like a receiver down the field, and it was just right to his chest like a good QB could throw it, and just, kind of bobbled it and looked down again and said, all right, I got to make sure I squeeze this to confirm the out. And, yeah, that was a fantastic play over there.
Absolutely. It's just a rocket down there. Kind of set the tone as usual for Hoptown's defense there. So our defensive highlight brought to you by Westside Body Shop, Hopkinsville's trusted name since 1968, family owned and operated, located at 2505 Fort Campbell Boulevard. For Hoptown tonight, big night again for Dom Hartman, 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Of course, he had the big hit here to tie the ball game in the bottom of the ninth. Connor Scheidt had a couple of hits tonight as well. Nick Johnson with a hit. Also Harmon with a hit tonight. And, of course, the big one, Ryan McCartan with a infield hit here to drive in the game-winning run for the Hoppers tonight in the 5-4 victory. Winning pitcher tonight is actually they gave it to Woodard.
Yeah.
He came in, pitched 1 inning, struck out 2, and he's making a living at this now. He just comes in, and they score late, and he ends up being the winning pitcher.
Yeah, he's 2-0 now. It feels like an automatic win with him.
It does, yeah. Losing pitcher tonight was Dowdett, as he came in to pitch, and he went 1/3 of an inning, walked 4, and gave up a couple of hits and 3 runs. So the winning pitcher, again, is Woodard. The losing pitcher is Dowdett for full count. So our Hoppers win again tonight on a ninth inning rally and go to 13-4 on the year. It's time now to pick our player of the game, brought to you by Skyline Animal Clinic and Oak Grove Animal Hospital. They support all the area schools, athletes, and students. Skyline Animal Clinic has been your source of veterinary care for all small animals and livestock since 1956. Call them today for your pet's veterinary needs. And Colin, there's a lot of guys we could go with.
Again, yeah.
But I'll let you do the honors here.
I feel like, as you said, plenty of dudes we can go with. We could sit on that Dom Hartman game-tying 2 RBI single, but the player of the game's got to be Ryan McCartan with the go-ahead winning walk-off single that brought in Chance Sweeney. First walk-off of the year, you got to give him the player of the game. Celebratory fashion, his only at-bat, comes in the catch, and, he filled in for Mark Harmon, who has been in that clutch spot. Ryan McCartan basically said, all right, what do I need to do in your place, and filled in, did exactly what was needed from him.
Ryan McCartan, tonight's hero, and he drives in the winning run, and he's our player of the game tonight. Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Skyline Animal Clinic and Oak Grove Animal Hospital. They support all the area schools, athletes, and students. Skyline Animal Clinic has been your source of veterinary care for small animals and livestock since 1956. Call them today for your pet's veterinary needs. Well, the Hoppers now 13-4. They win tonight 5-4, and boy, does that make tomorrow night's game a big one. As the Flash have now won 9 in a row, and they'll be here tomorrow night 6 o'clock on the first pitch. And Colin, I know you're ready for that one.
I say, yeah, come out tomorrow. It's about to be a dogfight, is what I can feel. An intense dogfight. The Flash are going to be hungry for it. They have a really good 1 through 4 that they're going to throw in the lineup at the Hoppers, and they're going to look to remain in first place.
Come out and get behind your Hoppers tomorrow night. They're going to need you. First pitch is at 6 o'clock, Hoptown and Henderson. Airtime will be at 5:45 tomorrow night. Jeff Sisk is going to be on the call for that one on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. So until then, have a great Saturday night. We'll see you tomorrow.